Wait, is this even public though? Alright, let me see. Oh, you know what? I did not try. There was one that I didn't try, so that's half my fault, but we'll just go. We'll use this half for now. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if we're live. Are we good to go and shit? I don't know what to do, but I'm floating. This is cool, freaking. I don't even really know if like there's people who are willing to expose their shit. Alright, testing. Oh, if like there's people who are willing to expose their shit. Alright, testing. Oh, if like there's. Stop it. Oh, I didn't even know I could change. Alright. This is ridiculous. Right. Are we public though? What up? So I got your skip too. We have you and Wheel. Which he has a 1 song. I think you have a 2 song, but you sent 25. You can actually get 3 if you want to send an extra one as well. And I had to basically end up going live with my phone because I didn't want to risk going live and with the PC again and it restarting and doing that same thing. So again, I'll have to limit the time that I do that and then jump back over to this. And why it took me so long is because I had another app that I was going to use that actually allowed me to put overlays and stuff, but for whatever reason I couldn't get it to go live and it was just giving me problems. So I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. But let's go ahead and let's download the ones that I gotta take care of for the skips, and then we'll get in the free line. But I also have to make sure. Okay, we're good on that. Let me see if there's any other information that I might be missing. Oh, no, we're good. I don't have to change nothing there. Because you have a SoundCloud and an MP4. Let's put that there. Open this SoundCloud on the side. And then your third one as well. We'll load that on the side. And okay, and then we have, I think it was Sweatsuit. But wait. Give me like the kundo. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I like the freaking people. No telemundo was cool. Freaking that you don't even know what the heck to do, but I know that I'll let these people too slow. Okay, here it goes. And all right, so let's take care of this in order. Have to make sure I got the right file. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon. My apologies for any inconveniences. We are a live music reaction and review show, though. We are here to review and react to your music. Now, what I am basically gonna do is when we do get skips, I am able to at least record the reaction, if possible, from the same view that you guys were seeing before. So I'll make that be one of the benefits if this does happen when I'm trying to stream on PC and then it goes on a fritz like that. So give me a second to throw the skip in properly. As we said. Boom.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold.
God.
I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
Oh, God. God. Alright, we have that. And here we go. So this is the one song skip.
Just trying to be the best suit, you know what I mean?
Sweatsuit, hold up. Hold up. Let it stick it with you wanna roll up. People don't know what the fuck is going on. People need to think us hold up.
Suit. Know what? I had it sewn up when I rolled up. Dudes slimy in the cold cuts. They broken, got like $4. Come find me, I'll be load up. Every time the homies smoke up, the weed be green and purple like the jerseys on the old Bucks. Yo, hold up.
Hold up for real, because I also had forgot to press the button. You already know what it is, man. We got Sweatsuit with Hold Up. Give this a 1 to 10 in the chat. Any and all feedback is welcome as we proceed. Welcome to That Dorky Review Show. All feedback is welcome.
Suit, you know what I mean? It ain't easy being a superhero. Just do the best I can, you know? Sir. Suit. Know what? I had it sewn up when I rolled up. Dudes slimy in the cold cuts. They broken, got like $4. Come find me, I'll be load up. Every time the homies smoke up, the weed be green and purple like the jerseys on the old Bucks. Yo, hold up. What? It's cold out to be cold up. Got a couple racks of 20s rolled up, cause they won't fold up. I show out when I show up. I show out even old ones. You begging me to hold one. You're thrown out with the throw up. It look like hip-hop took a hit. They cannot really spit. I'm ill as shit, been killing shit. The old heads even feel my shit. Steal your bitch with shit I've written spit. Tickle clits, pistol whip a fickle bitch who trying to diss. Mine a miss, not co-signing shit. 10 toes on the ceiling like I'm Lionel Rich. Final trick is mind your biz. Find a click you fit in with and wind to them with your tiny violins. Play me for a trick then try again. I ain't buying shit. Know what? I had it sewn up when I rolled up. Dudes slimy in them cold cuts. They broken, got like $4. Come find me, I'll be load up. Every time the homies smoke up, the weed be green and purple like the jerseys on the old Bucks. Yo, hold up. It's cold out if you cold up. Got a couple racks of 20s rolled up, cause they won't fold up. I show out when I show up. I throw out even old ones. You begging me to hold one. You're just thrown out with the throw up. I may be out the way, you'll have to pardon me. I mean everything I say, with every part of me. Hip-hop pump through the arteries into the heart of me. I remain true to the artistry when it's hard to be. Tarnish me, that can never happen. Much too clever and I'm never absent, and I'm better rapping. What's a passion? How you gon' grab it? What's your plan of action? He never was your man's if he ain't back it, but the facts is tragic. Fuck them guys, it's a blessing in disguise. As luck would have it, you got rid of baggage that leads to your demise. I'm the leader of the tribe, you can see it in my eyes. They eagerly subscribe to be greedy in their mind. They're so needy, so they need me. Type of deeds that I despise. Decided that I'd let it slide for the final time. I bet he'd rather see you die than see you idolize. The devil prays on idle hands that's enslaved by idle minds. Yo, hold up. It's cold out to be cold up. Got a couple racks of 20s rolled up, cause they won't fold up. I show out when I show up. I throw out even old ones. You begging me to hold one. You're just thrown out with the throw up.
Shit stink like bomb.
How y'all feel about that? 1 to 10. It is your no feedback. Knowing that y'all need that. Knowing that I don't even know why y'all got ski mask beat. Cause thinking people don't even know like what we ask. And there's a lot of time where like people will think we ask. I come back and people also like Dorky. Why you spitting dumb raps? It's because I have gum rappers speaking just chilling after thing in the back though. And people always like Dorky. You be spitting whack flows. I'm like, there's no way that like I can't go to freaking places where it only takes 2 to tango. And I don't even know if I really want to freaking eat something with a mango. There's a lot of people who be like, oh, what the freak, bro? that it went out right there. You threw me off. All right, man. Big freaking salute. What do you guys think about that? 1 to 10, you know, feedback is, of course, welcome. I thought you got in there with a straight West Coast vibe, which I usually see and hear you on more of that, you know, almost like New York-based 90s boom bap, you know what I'm saying, hip hop, some Griselda shit. Like you have a lot of different elements that you are able to pull from, and this feels like something that you potentially would have got Mr. Fresh on when he is also in more of the West Coast kind of feel and vibe or whatnot. Like that production pulls 100% from that. Anything that you would maybe hear Too Short, Snoop Dogg, E40, you know, any of those artists, I kind of feel like it definitely has that flair. But what would you guys do to that? You have to send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Get yourself in line. You already know what it is. But we have a skip that's also coming up, 3 songs back to back. So we'll be putting that in before we jump back in the free line. And we have been live for at least an hour or so before you popped up. So try to be patient or skip the line as well. We'll get you in right away. Let me see what we got for the next one. Hold on. Yes, yeah, I can't pull that from there, so I got to make sure that the chat is right here. All right, we got a 3-song skip coming right up. Yeah, have your opinion. Yeah, you are 100% completely able to have whatever opinion you want on the records or whatnot, but let him know why, right? If you think that his record was whack, let him know why and what can be better. Don't just simply talk shit. That doesn't help the artist get better from your standpoint and point of view. Let me see. Where's the... I don't think I pulled up the 3-song back-to-back button. Like I said before. Oh no, I do.
Back up on my bullshit, trapped under the attic. I tried to think I've grown, but then I'm still in the magic. I tried to race a car, then crash, flew in the traffic, started acting like a fool, like Zach Galifianakis. Now see, I don't know what the hell's happening. I really like hacking things. I heard from the grapevine you rappers like Vaseline. You all sound like you like to drink a lot of gasoline, fucking up the game like the Hulk when he's smashing things. Try to spend 5 nights at Freddy's and see if you survive, cause the 5 nights are deadly. A bunch of robots in the night, I'm forgetting that you're gonna be scared like the nights out to get me. Try to spend 5 nights at Freddy's, and if you're still alive by the sunrise, you're ready. I know this job's dumb, but if you like my medley, then you can too survive, so there's no...
They won't even let me flip the camera on this. That's why freaking sucks or whatnot. All right, so we got... I think he sent a 2-song, but like I said, you put in enough to be able to send a 3rd one. So if you want, just make sure you send that 3rd one to the email, and we'll get you in there. First one is a record called Spin. This is from Animals.
Remember them days I was feeling pathetic. I picked up my head. This life has been heavy, like since I was 7. The place that I'm from better keep people wet. I came from the bottom, I came from I do not regret it, see that's why I gotta go get it. That's the main reason I shoot for the stars and I reach out to heaven. This life can get hard, but you can go far. Please don't let nobody take it different. My dad's 62 in the penitentiary. 9-9 drive, but I still live. It's been a long 6 years and I'm still tripping. See the love is real, I'm not a meal ticket. Never down and out, yeah I'm still kicking. And nothing won't stop me as long as the world keeps spinning, 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 spinning. Yeah, the world gon' keep on spinning, 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 spinning. You lose everything you've built in love with just one bad decision. Wish I could bring my brother back, cause Lord knows that I miss him. I know this place ain't safe, so I gotta keep my distance. You can lose everything you've built in love with just one bad decision. The world gon' keep spinning, 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 spinning. It's gon' keep spinning, 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 spinning. Those days are gone, you had your chance. Don't come around, don't waste my time. At the same time that the world's spinning, yeah, the clock ticking. I'm tired of losing, I need to be winning. I do what I can, cause I'm just a man. Trying to put myself into a better position. I've been working hard, I got calisthenics. I don't complain cause I stay conditioned. Where would I be if I wasn't a Christian? A whole new perspective, I'm changing my stance. The picture got painted is more than vivid. The things that I've been through, I still don't understand. Some people pray but they don't stay consistent. Remember the days when I needed a helping hand. Looking back at that hurt and feelings. No one cared about what I said, cause no one was ever there to listen. Spin, 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 spin. Yeah, the world gon' keep on spinning, 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 spinning. You lose everything you've built in love with just one bad decision. Wish I could bring my brother back, cause Lord knows that I miss him. I know this place ain't safe, so I gotta keep my distance.
How y'all feel about this one? 1 to 10 hour feedback is welcome.
The world gon' keep spinning, spinning,
Step back and load up.
It's gon' keep spinning, 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 spinning.
All right, that is 1 or 2. Or no, I think he actually did send the third one, so we'll have that as well. All right, so if you know me, you usually know what I'm going to say about certain things. And when it comes to melodic records, I like variation more than repetition, right? So that means it helps when we can see or hear you do many different octaves, going higher, having more energy and stuff like that. Because when you're at that tone that you have now, I think most people are going to feel like you're more monotone, boring, more or less. And you know, it'll be a song that'll be on in the background, but needs that person that's willing to just freaking chill and not want to turn up to the record that you have to really resonate in that way. It's a vibe. It has something within the genre that you are going for, but I know that you could do better. Right? We're always looking for the records from any of the artists that send to the show that we can put in, like, your top 5 songs you've ever made kind of list or whatnot. Basically, like, if we were to have to introduce you to someone who has never heard you before, and I do that all the time, by the way, right? There are artists who will send to the show. If I feel like, yo, there's this other artist who has also sent many times, you guys should collab, I will play a record from you guys that hopefully impresses that person enough to make them want to make that connection or whatnot. But I'm often looking for what those are. Plus, the record itself is a little bit short. They're, you know, more or less, when you're repetitive, that's fine. But when you know that people will accept more as long as you have that variation, if you up the energy, if you have a personality and are actually talking about something, I don't think anybody's going to get bored with that. But it really depends on what you do. Again, you could even add a feature to this record where they go in and have the higher tones. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody in that kind of range. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing those tones or whatnot. But what do you think? Give us your thoughts. Curious. What's been good? And then he said, yo, Dorky, you fart. What kind of question? What kind of question is that, man? And he said, I try to stay real to my rap two brothers. All love. Let me see. And then appreciate it. And then you need practice or whatnot. Lanes, lane, you know what I'm saying? What we're saying. Give y'all thoughts, man. Hold on. We have another 2. So we will be able to see if either of these potential 3 have, I think, more resonance. Hold on. Which one would you guys push?
Run it up.
Which one would you guys push? I'm doing it like this.
Walk up in this damn game, I'm trying to maintain, but it's hard for me to think straight. I got these battle scars all over my body. I'm traumatized by my past, but I remain a solid. Why they tryna hurt me like I ain't worthy, like I ain't working? Yeah, the devil tryna test me, tryna stress me, but I stay stress-free. I got these battle scars all over my body. Can't talk to me about no pain, you don't know nothing about it. And I ain't shooting no gun and I ain't catching nobody. I miss my brother Desmond, tears dropping on his tombstone. I wish I could go back in time and find a loophole. And you ain't getting the message like it's a new phone. Why was it you when it could've been me? I'ma do this for him like he would do it for me. And while the fake one's alive and the real one's deceased, you can have a heart of gold, but you're still in the streets. What we're needing is peace. It was me, you, T-Mac, Johnny working a ride. Us four was vibing and we was mixing a Sprite. Yeah, I gotta get high to get you off of my mind. When I heard the news, I swear I shed me a tear. I just wish you was here. I get hit with that fear with every shot that I hear, with every shot that I hear. Man, these things change, they won't be the same, no, no. No, 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 no. Things change, they won't be the same. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no.
A little bit better, but doesn't feel finished. Last one was 2 minutes and 15. This one was 1 minute and 45. So obviously a little bit freaking shorter, but I feel like people would potentially feel this one a little bit more if you just make sure to have, you know, all the right elements involved. I love good like piano records because you guys can take these to live performances and quite literally, regardless of what you do on the record, if you get a real pianist to play the piano live and then do that version of the record and then both record it visually, professional wise, and then also take the audio of that performance and then turn that into, you know, its own thing as well. Whatever the case, those are the things that people do tend to like the most when it comes to any artist performing their songs. Like the Tiny Desk can work wonders for everyone. I know this because I was never a fan at all of Trippie Redd, right? But I respected him and was impressed with the Tiny Desk performance he did. Same thing would be said for T-Pain when he did his, because he was able to get in there with no auto-tune and show you that he could play piano legit. He didn't have to get somebody else to do it. And so when you get into that live setting, it's everything. Not that everybody needs to be able to play instruments, but if you can, it's one extra thing you can do that others can't. This one had better tones melodically, as that's kind of what I wanted a little bit from the other one, because that variation helps us feel the record a little bit more and helps each line that you're saying resonate. I'll always remind you guys, hold on, what is that one keep trying to come up? I'll always try to remind you that if you can perform your record as opposed to punch-ins and stuff, people will always be more impressed as well. Like literally, if you're trying to Like if there's a rating system that would get you paid more for everything that you do, if the quality's better, if you take your time with the record and don't rush it, if the mix is proper, if you have the good beat selection, if all your ducks are in a row, more people will feel like you are someone to look out for. You're worthy of really making sure that they figure out a way to work with and stuff like that. Let me see. I don't know if you sent the third one. All I see is... Oh, no. Wait. It was a SoundCloud, right? I think that was the thing. I don't know why I almost forgot about that one. Here we go. I got it. This is not it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I just forgot to load it up. All right.
And it's hard to say goodbye when your heart is on the line. Baby, I was trying to make it right with you.
I think I'm chosen, comparable to a prophet. It's a late start in the game, I'm trying to take the hoe for hostage. I was taught to hustle, never stop, never. Until my soul escape my body. So don't stress about your problems, put your trust in God Almighty. Gotta keep your mind tough, but in the time to get the comments. I done told you that I'm next, I'm trying to prove this is my call. Trying to run me up a check, this a dream, it ain't a hobby. I'm just praying that I make. I converse with Holy Spirit, so I enjoy our conversation. But everything I'm facing, it's been adding up here late. Man, that hustle must continue, swear this life it isn't base. I put dreams inside a bottle, pop the top, don't need to chase. Talk to God about my problems, get responses on the daily. I believe that you will prosper in heaven if you were faithful. I've always walked with Christ, Holy Father, He's my Savior. I feel angels in my presence, they protect me from the danger. Dripping tears in all my lyrics, my emotions on the paper. Ain't nothing love but smudges, wipe them off and thank my angel. I've been through a lot of things, people question if I'm stable. Keep my focus on this dream, I'm trying to gain some motivation. Some people think that I'm a joke, I rap and I'm Caucasian. Change the pigment of my skin, if I could I would erase. In my eyes there is no color, just your word and your behavior. Many hated and stated, claiming I'll never make it. And they've been sleeping on my name, the time has come for me to wake them. I don't care for their opinion, I ain't asking them to praise, but I only have one favor. Listen to every lyric in a song, I hope it changed you. Told you I was gifted, I promise I wasn't playing. We some independent artists and we do not need a label. Gonna pay up all the lawyers with that contract looking shade. Man, we won't accept that offer, they won't profit off our greatness. Got a passion for this culture, we gon' dominate the rankings.
This might take more of the cake. What do you guys think? It's not over yet. Like this one does a few things that the other ones doesn't. We got another verse within here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My soul screaming outside of my chest. Demons trying to attack me, taking the love out my flesh. I had a dream that I was 6 feet deep. It's hard to walk when you can't feel your feet. Joshua walked on water, well I've been walking on sleep. My heart cold as ice, remember my heart skipped a beat. And then what saved my life, or I'll be resting in peace. Like my uncle GP, they took the love out of me. They took the love out the streets. These evil spirits envy me, that's why I can't ever sleep. I got a calling from the Lord, He said He blessed me to teach. A legendary testimony, I was chosen to preach. You don't know what I done seen. I put my pride to the side and let the whole team eat. I let the whole team eat. I gave y'all so much of me, but y'all didn't get it back. I started hurting the G. Claim you were depending on me. I hate to call you elite, but I just call what I see. And I've been in these streets so long that I deserve a degree. I got some knowledge from my OG. Believe half what you see. Don't believe nothing you heard. He told me put down the serve. And if you wanna kill somebody, they gon' kill her with words. And if you wanna heal the world, you gotta heal her with verse. I told him Father that I'm trying, but I feel like the world cursed. I told my son hold his head high, accept nothing that's less than your worth. Treat life like Ricky Bobby. You're last if you ain't first. Let the world sell you short. I stood 10 toes and headed down every time I went to court. You may be rich for real, Lord, so you can't afford. There's gonna be problems in this life that you just can't avoid. My heart beats strums like a guitar. I remember days I had no car. They laughed at me, I walked so far. They didn't believe I'd be a star.
It's hard to say goodbye when your heart is on the line. Baby, I just wanna make it right with you. And it's hard to say goodbye when your heart is on the line.
Yo, when I'm back in I don't even know what to freaking do, but I get in the car when I freaking pass, but because I didn't fasten my freaking seatbelt, I don't even know if I'm rapping fast to this shit, man. Alright, what do you guys think about that? 1 to 10 y'all feedback is, of course, welcome, man. Listen, this is probably the longest it takes the cake we get. Somewhere, like, you know, after the beat runs out, we have, like, give or take, like 4 minutes, right? 23 seconds. I appreciate that. You guys don't understand. Let's talk about it real quick and get back to the cusp. So when it comes to records, like, I feel like the industry to a certain extent has diluted the worth of music in a lot of different ways, and because of that, we hadn't been able to transition into like something of like a real job, right? There's never been you can put in an application to be an artist or a producer, like, you know, like technically yes, you can apply to work at certain studios or try to submit your stuff for a certain label and maybe have a meeting or whatnot, but it's not the same as every other kind of job out there where, like, okay, and you have a set salary and da. It's not an easy thing to really be able to get, and you could get signed and still put on the shelf. You know, they don't do that at other jobs. They hire you and then just let you sit there until like they need you, but then still pay you. Like they don't want to, you know, give you money that they don't have to. But when you get signed, more or less, like you're paid to be an artist. So often I look at time as one of those things. If you're able to get into a record, spend more time with it, not try to get in and get out. Like, it shouldn't be about you getting paid more for you making more songs quick. Oh, I knocked out 15 songs in like 5 minutes. Like, that's not impressive because you didn't take time to do that. We want you to realize that, especially if you're something that's played on the radio or on a playlist, often, like, if you're lucky, someone goes from the song they're hearing on your playlist to your whole artist page and then wants to see more of what you have. That's if you're lucky. Most people will just listen to song after song after song. It'll be there and they may hear it a few times before they finally decide to hit the like button and add it to their specific playlist. On the radio though, they do not run records back more than, you know, one time or any time. Like, really, you know what I mean? You get to hear the record once, then it's onto a commercial or another artist. So if you only have however much time you're spending on the song, who wants to get the hell out of a record they like? It's only if you ain't saying nothing. If you ain't saying nothing, if you aren't really putting your effort into the record and trying to make us feel something and going in those directions that we try to recommend, like that'll happen. But yeah, time, if you're able to get a real guitarist or violinist or whatever, all of those elements that you bring or can bring to the table, an actual group of backup singers, right? These days, most people just kind of go to AI and, oh, let me just throw a choir in there. Like, we can hear the thing that you do, but literally, if you were able to say, I brought a choir to the studio, which of the two do you think is going to be a more impressive conversation when it regards that, right? Let me put the 2 song skip in from Mr. Fresh, and then we should be back in the free line after that. Oh yeah, I don't have the button. I hate this right now. I'm gonna have to make some pieces of audio for the skips, and we'll make sure we handle that. Black Cop, what up? Give it a star. If the DJs won't spin it, nobody will. That's true. And he said, I would never sign a contract again in my life. Tell us about it, man. And but are decent. It needs a lot of work sounds. Like they punched in a lot. Yeah. See, I was saying that, especially about the last one. You know, if you manage to not punch in, everything flows a little bit better. Like, people are more impressed because they feel like you came prepared for the whole record, and we're getting to see that preparedness as what you're selling us, basically. But if they feel like you've put together the record as a puzzle, it loses a little bit of its flair, because we know that there's potentially more that you could have done. The other thing is, and you guys really have to think of this most importantly, because most of you who either freestyle your records or you punch in, you're not memorizing it. At what point are you ever memorizing the record so you can go and perform it live? You know, and when artists don't do that, I always can tell. I can tell when you get up on stage with your record, with all your vocals in it, it's because you need the record there as a crutch. You don't know every word. However, again, think about the difference between those that go up with just the instrumental versus those that have the song with them and stuff like that. And then vice versa, those who actually have a live band playing the instruments, bringing the instrumental to life, and then they're on that. That's like the closest to that Tiny Desk kind of scenario, right? All three of those, I guarantee everybody in the building, you would pay more for the live band situation. If there's an orchestra, like that's an experience. If it's the instrumental, right? That there's still some flair there. You still have to see the artist actually perform every word. Without them, the words are not getting spoken. However, you have that show disc, or you have the record with all the vocals. I feel like people aren't going to be as impressed because they want to hear you actually performing the song. Most of them are fans and they know your record already. They came to the show in the car listening to the record. Now they want to hear you do it, not freaking you let them, and then the record itself is still playing. Like, we didn't come to listen to your record with you. We came to watch you perform it. Once you can tell that difference when it comes to that, I think it'll help you not only perform better live, but also make and perform on the records better. Like, we just shouldn't be able to hear you punch in. There's a way to do it without us being able to tell, by the way, right? Don't cut yourself off. Don't have any line where, like, before you end the line, you're coming in with the next one. That's one. Number two, don't come in immediately when your last word ends, because you're literally not giving yourself any breathing room. 100%. Remember, you got to think about you performing these songs and what you would sound like in that, right? And you kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you never give yourself that breathing room, for real. The other thing is, so when you're punching in, you want to make sure that you at least say the last whole line before the actual punch in part happens. And again, in the editing process, you're gonna drag, depending on what program you're using, you can sort of drag the ends on both sides of each vocal to try to match up where the cadence and everything follows through. And if you cut it in the right place, you literally will feel like it is something that is continuing forward and consistent. So just, try that if you can. Give y'all thoughts though, and which out of the three did you guys like the best? Man, I feel like we got to go uphill with each one, because the first one had more of a monotone kind of feel. It wasn't enough energy, I feel, but there was potential in it. It just needed way more, right? Second one upped it a little bit, right? We got in there, probably had certain elements that still need to be done, but we got to see the potential. The piano aspect, right, hit us first, and then this one elevated it even more, had higher tones, and you got to see things go a little bit further or whatnot. So always think about continuing that as you move forward, even as an artist. Each song that you make should continue to try to be better than the last and be an improvement that you can continue with. We have a 2-song skip right now. We are going to load up. I guess I should hit the... I gotta load it up again while I'm doing this. Hey, yo, man, like, while I'm doing this, I don't even know what I'm gonna say, but man, it's stupid. See, bro said acquire in this economy, man. Listen, you underestimate. Do you know how many churches there are around the world? You literally, some of you may lack the creativity to think about how to utilize some of the best stuff, right? You could quite literally be like, hey, y'all, make a post for TikTok or something like that, right? Be like, I need a choir on this part of the record, yada, yada. Like, quite literally say what you want, play the freaking part or whatnot, and watch people come out of the woodworks or whatnot. You could have individual people singing along with the thing in a certain tone. And if you're smarter enough, you can take each of those vocals, put them together as the choir that is required, right? And that's just without having to go to, a church, but like churches have choirs in them. Like it's kind of a part of the deal. So quite literally go on a little bit of a church tour and then see if they would be willing to do something. Like they 100%. Obviously it depends on the record. Everybody makes different songs or whatnot. So, you got to think about the content if you are directly going to a church or whatnot. That's the only probably downfall if you have content that doesn't resonate with what they would, believe in, right? And if it doesn't feel good for their soul or something like that, it might not help you. But look at AI as like a reference record kind of thing, right? It can help you figure out a few things here and there, but don't lean on it. Don't let it be the thing that without it, you basically can't make songs. Because how are we supposed to feel about you if that's the case, right? We're always going to want to see where the talent lies. I love that. If I wanted to get Tech 9 on a record, I know how he raps and what he would do to whatever record I would send him. Twista, Eminem, Busta Rhymes. Like when you build a reputation on your skill level, we come to you for exactly that thing. For Dr. Dre, for the quality, the drums, him working with Scott Storch and getting those perfect melodies and sort of orchestra elements, you know what I'm saying, within that. When it comes to even the sampled producers like a Kanye, an Alchemist, DJ Premier, like they sample all in specific different ways. The Griselda, kind of beats. We have Swiss beats. We have Pharrell, right? All Timberland, like they all have very specific sounds that are unique to them. And that's something that we do have to remember, that uniqueness is always going to be important no matter what we do. And the downfall that I see right now with AI is it's following the same patterns that the cloned era of artists, like the type beats and the type artists all started to eventually sound the same, to where it's like all running. Like you hear a drill beat, you almost know exactly how an artist is going to rap to it, right? That shouldn't be a thing. Every artist who hops on any beat should be very different in how they approach each beat, not take the same exact route, because then what are we doing? We're just ants. We're just all going the same damn direction for the same one thing. That individuality, man, making sure that you don't have the same voice that you guys use, the same anything. All right, we got the two songs back to back, so I can stop talking. Mr. Fresh with "I Keep It Groovy."
Amazing is your standard. You craft experiences that
You craft experiences that are the what mother. All right, let me see. Okay, here we go.
I keep it groovy, yeah. I keep it groovy, yeah.
Right?
I keep it groovy, yeah. Like a drive-through movie, yeah, yeah. I keep it groovy, yeah. Like a fresh smoothie.
A donation isn't bad though, right?
Keep it groovy, yeah. Like a drive-through movie, yeah, yeah. I keep it groovy, yeah. Like a fresh smoothie, yeah, yeah. Look, Northwest be the best, man. I'm blessed by the best, I don't stress, man. Yeah, I don't second guess, man. If we's on the beat, say less, man. Yeah, this ain't checkers, it's chess, man. Yeah, it's only right, you left, man. Yeah, look, Skedaddle. I'm the best from AK to Seattle. Yeah, look, get you a plane. Bet you come back with some game. Yeah, it's cold up here on the track. I'm the black. Cold up
Why
here,
people having
yeah.
dreadlocks?
Don't get pimp slapped. On the mic they say that's how pimp rap. Yeah.
I'll talk about it after
Pimp slap.
the
On
song.
the mic they say that's how pimp rap. Yeah, groovy, yeah. Like a drive-through movie. Yeah, yeah. I keep it groovy, yeah. Like a fresh smoothie. Yeah, yeah. I keep it groovy, yeah. Like a drive-through movie. Yeah, yeah. I keep it groovy.
Listen and learn. Listen and learn.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the time when I'm not just picking the cat of the state, that means the product picking who produces the put the food for the soup, you don't know what you do in the soup. I don't know what I said. Man, classic. We're back in the classic territory for Mr. Fresh. If you're hearing him for the first time, give your thoughts, right? Different sections of songs for him are going to feel and going to sound very different, but you guys heard me mention him a little bit earlier in regards to someone who can also get into some of those West Coast kind of vibes and lanes. And again, as I said then, all you ever need to do to know if you're getting one of those songs is imagine Too Short, E40, Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Exhibit, any of those artists on these type of beats as a feature, right? If you can imagine it very easily, there's definitely something there, right? I've often said that Mr. Fresh is like our generation's Nate Dogg. If he plays his cards right. He has like hundreds of freaking songs and records that fit in that territory. I never felt like he's tried to replace a Nate Dogg, but more like someone who just subconsciously is continuing that legacy depending on the records that he decides to do. The only thing is that this and many other of the other ones that you do have are kind of short, right? It's 2 minutes and 5 seconds. He gets in there, does a little something, and then just kind of lets it ride out. But I'm always going to want a little bit more. I want to see what you can do. And often, test the waters, guys, in many different ways. If you really want to see if people are willing to kind of help you put together situations for the Tiny Desk, the music videos, even if you're not sure if you should extend your songs, there are ways where you can have like little voting systems and things where people can tap in and kind of let you know if you get enough votes on a certain thing, or even donations, you can take that as something that you can utilize to get extended or whatnot. Like quite literally, you can package things in like that. Put a little bit of a description at the top that says, if this, donate towards the song that you like, it could be $1 and that's fine, right? Because if you get to like 100 in any specific song, the prize will be that you'll make a remix to it, or you'll extend it, and or do a music video or something like that, right? Each one could have a tier that builds up towards being able to have more of the song, or seeing a live performance of it, and things like that. I think that could work for many of you guys, by the way. Take these ideas and just execute. It's all about the execution, how you do it, and if you can maintain and really make it happen. But that's what I would do, man. Like for you, because there are times where it just seems like you want to get things, let me get in, get out, do something quick, move on to the next one, because you always have so many ideas. But I think the true test is, can you get at least those 2 verses? Can you get at least 2 verses of you having many ideas on one beat and continuing from there? There is a sweet spot. There is a sweet spot where it'll feel like you've overstayed your welcome. Oh no, it should have been shorter, yada yada. But again, I think it depends on the energy that the artist is using. There's also the option to add a feature, and so, you know, make that happen. What do you guys think? And do you agree? Do you disagree? What are you guys excited to do? As a matter of fact, no, yeah, everybody answer that. What are you guys, as artists, what are you most excited to hopefully do in the future? Like, what is your, this is, I made it, I'm truly an artist, people know me as that, I can do this for a living. What is going to be that moment for you? Is it being in the studio with a certain artist? Is it being on a certain stage at Madison Square Garden? You know, give your thoughts. The second
What's up,
song,
true fam? It's your girl Megan Thee Stallion.
second song, is not Megan Thee Stallion. Second song is Get You High. This one follows the same fret, man. Like, you can actually get Snoop Dogg for sure. Snoop Dogg, this and it's hard too. It's hard. No Diddy, and also pause. But it's hard to choose which one. Like, I always say which one, because supposedly Snoop Dogg charges an arm and a leg for features or whatnot. So if you had to really, you know, if you had to put your house up for a Snoop verse, man, you know, you got to really pick that song wisely. What's going to be the one that people are going to be like, yep, that I could see Snoop Dogg on it? For me, I think, you know, he's used to making 420 centric songs, so this one, Rolling Loud, right?
Yeah, like the word in the sky. Yeah, I can't get too high. Yeah, like the word in the sky. Yeah, I'm flying, I'm the guy, yeah, I'm the guy, yeah. At home, you don't wanna try it, I keep it basic, every time I lace it, I'm the truth, you don't wanna face it, that's fact shit, no cap, yeah, we's on the beat, all slap shit, we slow down, on the track, no doubt, not what I'm talking about, we in the house, we gon' wreck shop, we gon' check guap, started from the bottom, now we on the top, like Drake, man, we getting the cake, man, we real, you fake, man, I can't get you high.
Light it up,
In the sky.
Oh, it's getting high as fuck, y'all.
Can't get too high.
Ha.
Like the bird in the sky.
Come on, Weez.
Listen and love.
I'm lit like the tip of this wood. Eyes squinted. Mic check. Vision is good. Clouds of smoke. Past that. Physically you good? I'm floating. Me too. Nigga,
What you doing though?
Motion.
Okay.
Cold as a breeze in the ocean.
Okay.
It's like how we got in motion. Weeze and Clint coming with that potion. I'm blasted. Like a spaceship.
Okay.
Yeah, we smoked out.
That's right.
Me and facelift. Where the birds fly. And the plane soar.
Yeah.
We gon' closer. That's what you came for.
Hey, Mr. Weeze, and a lot of vegan people don't know if they meant thank you.
All right, man. Straightforward 20th centric, and shout out to Weeze on that. He capped off the end of the oh my gosh, hold on, yeah. Let me see if I can stop it from there. He capped off the end of the song, and primarily I've always had more of a criticism for his a little bit, just because I felt like Weeze could have done a little bit more himself. But he has that style, like, you know, like Bishop Don Juan trying to get on the track with Snoop, and you know, I feel like it fits. If he's not really a rapper like that, like that's the only way I could see him being comfortable with ending where it did. But trust yourselves. Really try to be a full part of the record. Or it just seems like a little bit of a cameo, which is fine. Do what you want, right? Pharrell doesn't have to be everywhere, right? Oh, I'm Pharrell on the record, and here I am. What do you guys think about that, though? And which out of the two do you like more? You guys have full reigns over whether or not that gets out of there. You said get Afro Man. Ooh, Afro Man. Listen, you an Afro Man for a project? Okay. I'm in there. You said New Mafia in the building. Salute and stuff like that. Shout out to New Mafia, man. Welcome. And what did you... Let me see. You said the creator of the takeover skip, man. Yeah. Listen, we have to remember that there are certain artists who essentially came to the show. I only had certain skips at a certain point. I was fine with that, but there were people who wanted to skip and send a little bit more, and often they were the ones that inspired those skips. So we had Freshness Fresh with the 3-song back-to-back, and he would always come through and send those and send the 25, so that became that. I think we had Passive the Rapper who did the 4-song back-to-back, so we just added 10 more to that, 35 for that. New Mafia for the takeover skip, which is 6 songs. And what did... I'm trying to remember who might have inspired the skipping clips. Shoot, what was the first skipping clip that I did? I gotta go and check and see if I can see when that first skipping clip upload was, but my good niece. But yeah, big freaking salute to that. And what else? So to perform at Rolling Loud, anybody else have? You only have one person. You said play at Rotten Apple one time or whatnot, man. That feels like, that'll give me a good moment of break time to get something to drink right quick. Let me see, and then we'll jump back in the free line. Let me see. Hopefully this is the right one. Watch it not be. Hey, this ain't the... All right, well...
What up? What up, E-Man?
I'm still here. Let me get something to drink right quick.
What up?
What up? What's good, E-Man? Kirk Diggle.
Freaking hot, man.
charismatic, mid-40s and still at it. I might chop off a head to prove I still got it. Perhaps a few stick a fork in you through, and whoever else want it, yeah, I'm coming. There's no use running, heat seekers they seeking. Kinetic don't snooze, I also work weekends, holidays. I love a bus strays, on point when I aim, leave my targets on blaze. That's not a game, I'm not playing. Some bullets with your name and I'm getting a soothsaying. For fixes they exclaiming, assurance that I got him. The E-Man take the blame, even though I shot him.
Oh shit. What a nine. He's still alive, hold up. Oh shit, dog. Gotta get up out of here. Beretta 9, shut another whacking sheet. Now we on the run, toss his body off the tap and see another rap catastrophe. You never laugh at me, I'm actually the majesty of boom bap. I'm glad to see the goon snap, crackle and pop. In the rotten apple, it's actually not supposed to be trapped in auto-tune infested. That rap shit got him sleeping with the fishes. I'm creeping on them bitches. My verbal technique is something vicious, so delicious, so nutritious, like honey produced from a killer bee. In 2020, you new rappers ain't feeling me. And so what? I ain't giving a fuck, cause your new rap styles, it's kinda sucks. Ain't nobody fucking with my faculty. Kinetic 90 had a blast him, G. Another crime robot casualty. Pop off, fucking whack MCs, nigga. W's up, nigga. Auto-tune ass W's up.
Hey yo, murder your wax styles, leave you on the ground like fiends and crack valves. Watch the money pile, styles is crazy. Pop off like a 380. Boom. Now watch me blow like a M80. Killer B shit, you will never be shit. Fucking with E-Mad and the HK clique. Man, these 80s stay sick. How I be coming through. All white Benz with a cream BMW.
Yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. With Kurt Diggins here. Believe I'll never fall. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. Hey,
Damn, for real?
Nigga, we will never fall.
All units information.
Yeah.
About the possible homicide at
Yo.
901 Broadway.
Check. You like don't really ever know when a bomber drop. You can shit your pants and smell like Rosie O'Donnell socks. I need umbrellas like I'm Rihanna and Cobble Pop. Riding in DeLoreans, hanging out with the Autobots. Yo, when it comes to these bars, homie, I got a lot. I'm about to tell you what time it is, like I gotta watch. On and you do not, bro. I am not a cop. When I was a kid, you could have paid me in bottle tops. I'm nonsense. I'm here to deal with the mumble rappers. My rhyme's harder than counting up to 100 backwards. I take my time, but you can pay if you want it faster. I never read any book with over 100 chapters. Your track's cold, but hit me up if you want it mastered. Or get clowned like cannabis went against disaster. I put it down like I ain't fixing to pick it back up. Finna get smacked with bars, kicking these wicked raps, bruh.
Big swords attached to my back, shit out the guillotine. C4 attached to my body, but I'm still fitting clean. Fuck they views and comments, these auto-two niggas under me. Sounding like a bitch with they dick in they mouth comfortably. Fucking all they bitches on camera posted who wanna see. We the new killer army, nigga work the ODB. Niggas turn pale face ghosts, yeah I don't want no beef. Smoking niggas up like Red Man disrespectfully. Cooking up like bean and cheese sandwiches, I'm a refugee. Hey yo, Dorky, tell these soft niggas they not next to me. Dog in the grip on the track, that's a recipe. Mario Kart on the switch, tell them catch up to me. This ain't a game, but I'm still playing in this open world. Pass me a bitch, and I'll show you how to open girls. Open shells, watch them spit out some new pearls. Earl on they sweatshirt, having bitches less work. Niggas get mad cause I be shitting on they network. Subscribe to my network if you ready, less work. Mozzie got the best work, leave niggas with a red shirt. Slap.
Man. So that right there is a class. I didn't even realize how long ago we had done that. But like, honestly, I felt like while they are steeped in like the inspiration of like that 90s boom bap kind of style, like it's still something, at least to me, that still feels timeless, right? And like we are the sort of the two that have the voices that are very distinct, right? Like to a point where, man, I do think if we were to come up with like a project or something like that, it'd be very, very interesting to see what you know, what elements that we would pull from, because you know, we both like that that aspect of concept, and you know how to pull from the energy of that other artist and acclimate to the track itself. There are other artists from the community that I love to see you with as well. It's also an honor to get on records with a Kurt Digger and you know any of the Wu-Tang affiliate artists and you know because he's been on many things with them, still rolls with and is around. And Ahmad is still like almost every other day he comes up with another record, you know, within that camp and has many albums and is really tried to do like the videos and stuff. So he's been consistent in that like Wu-Tang support. So big fat, you know what, and let's give a round of applause to Wu-Tang in general. Like just the fact that they are the one group, not that any other group did any less or anything like that, but they're the one group that I think has stood the test of time and been respected by like every era, even when they're not consistently like touring as Wu-Tang like every year and shit like that. Like literally kids grow up wearing Wu-Tang hoodies and hats and t-shirts and like they're a brand, and no matter what era you're from, it's still cool to like Wu-Tang, right? In fact, like it's the rite of passage to really know if you like hip hop at all, because you can't like it and not like Wu-Tang and the elements that they brought to the table. But the originality that they've had, right? Again, the topics, the kung fu aspect, when you get into their classic albums and tracks and things that they would do, there was just an element that's always been different, that I've always appreciated. But I'm more honored that even in the light of a lot of what we hear in the mainstream, that still Wu-Tang can be a part of those conversations. When you think of best rap groups of all time, they're 100% on there. There's no way that they're not on there. And it takes a lot to maintain some kind of resonance that will allow that. But I mean, I'm always very appreciative. Why did it take away your thing within there? Who else would you guys put on that list, by the way? Right, I know everybody has different groups that if you have top 10, who are like just a few of the you can't not add this group in there, right? I think people would probably want to put the Locks as well. I don't think anybody would disagree with Tribe Called Quest. I want to throw them in there. I also would personally throw... Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Rap groups of all time. I want to throw some of the super groups in there. So like Slaughterhouse, you know, I feel like, wow, yeah, like it was one of the dopest things in the world to see things like a Slaughterhouse or a Griselda, like, you know, like come together when they made names for themselves and then create a super group. So I definitely would kind of want to count them within that. Let me see what we got. We're gonna go back in the free line right now. Back up in the free line. Or did Here's Johnny just send a skip? Hold up. Here's Johnny. About time, man. Listen, I've been waiting for Here's Johnny and New Mafia to be in the building at the same time. And Here's Johnny knows because I've mentioned New Mafia to you a few times, and now New Mafia is finally in the building and whatnot. So hold on, we gotta. I mean, you have a skip, so essentially we're gonna play it anyway. But let's throw it in. Gotta freaking show it in. A lot of times you want to play a game, but you don't know you'll win or freaking lose. There's a lot of people who got freaking shoes. We could do a lot of things that we don't know what the hell we gonna even say at all, but there's people that don't want to speak to you. Right. Let's drop this in. A little visual with it. 2 songs back to back like listen dog get a beat. Man, that's alright. Alright, so this is Beaten Badly featuring Here's Johnny and Best One.
Wix, you can grab yours now.
Ralphie Red.
I don't feel too bad. I think I'm gonna be okay.
Here's Johnny. But you took a bad beat.
Here's Johnny.
Fuck the government, fuck Michelle Obama and all the Trumpers simps. Hold pans with gloves like oven mitts. Can bust them tips, hollow heads mesh your truck to fit. Up and lift the baby 9 Deagle. Everything I write's evil. Serial killer inspired sequel. Disconnect from blind sheeple. Fuck the mice people. I'm half but still don't trust white people. Supply diesel to rig shooters. Grip Ruger crib looter. 6-shooter Florida squid mover. Love thick chicks with big hooters. Dirty foots to the rich cougars. Pay a split, I'll nut up in this bitch like Vic's cooter. Peaceful if the peaceful like a fully equipped Buddha. Pussy lip abuser. We call you bitch Miss Tuna. Spin with the Glock 26 Luger. Cook with a full pot. I'm a 30 clip shooter. Dirty sick juicer. Early hit introducer. Selling 2 pearly sniff users. Now only stems I deal with concern with computers. It's fucking Johnny.
Before you get a chance to fight with me.
You can hear woo on this too. It's the method. Don't respect it. Won't neglect it.
Fuck the government, fuck Barack Obama, fuck Jimmy Carter. I'ma piss on the spiritual aura. I'ma spit on a menorah, don't get hit in the fedora. Smoking purple with my lawyer. Been across the map like Dora. On my way back to bring wisdom to the Goyim. Don't be concerned with who I am, cause I am him. Throwing blows with the iron chin. You forsake a law like Pontius Pilate did. You should fear the lamb. Run up here to Iron Blam. They have my phone wired in the can. Been wild since I can stand. Know your wife, she love to sniff the tan. And take a stiff one, leave her in a trance. I ain't with that pussy trans shit. Come on, be a man, bitch. Known to get a ban from the hand switch. The game got a spam glitch. We could beef over bread like a man witch. Promise you don't speak the language to understand this. Not capisci una masa. The bread come first like a sandwich. On my lap I keep a bad bitch. And she loaded, fully automatic.
Fully automatic, listen, I'm a freaking type of food that I live in the attic, man. You don't know if I'm about to freaking go and do a backflip, but I'm also thinking there's no freaking way that you and actress. Really be wanting to tell you lots of freaking things that I'm on freaking eat these MCs like they a piece of pasta. We can not just sit around and act like the cops are freaking not gonna freaking like make sure that they pop up and randomly say that they shot you cause you was about to like grab in your pocket for something you was not, bruh. It's a little times like people are saying, man, I like this record. It is hot, bruh. Please don't even stop, bruh. Listen. Okay, so
working across teams is tough.
Oh my
but
gosh,
Asana AI can spot.
Right. No, don't be talking about AI. I don't care. Straight up. It was ironic that was the first record. Unassumably, like I didn't. Who knows? Maybe you did. Get inspired by the more Wu-Tang centric, kind of. Record and want to go in there and sing that. But I can hear everyone who usually would be on Wu-Tang production on that. So I thought of immediately Ghost, Raekwon. I mean, we could say Ghost, Ray, Deck, Meth. Like, I don't even need to just name that. Just say Wu-Tang, right? So it's within there. You guys got in and did your thing. You know, I always appreciate the bars, and you've never let me down in that department. Your beat selection is always on point. In fact, right, when we talk about your beats, often the majority of what you'll rap to is actually, let me do this one. The majority of what you'll rap to is potentially a little bit more, hold on, let me go here, more abstract most of the time. And when you get into some of these, it's you know, it's more normal for those who may take a little bit more time for a beat that may feel like it's from an alternate dimension and like kind of animated. I basically used to describe some of the beats he would rap to as like a cross between Griselda, The Future, and MF Doom, right? Because they would often hit that flair. And then this one is, again, just more standard, straight hip hop, 90s boom bap, get in there, tell a little bit of a story. It feels like a record that would be like, it feels like a record that would be titled The Ballad of a Samurai or something like that. You know what I mean? Just by the beat alone. It's an interesting choice to start off both of y'all verses with what y'all did, because that's gonna be the thing that that causes the controversy and stuff like that. Freedom of speech, though, right? Like, you want people to be able to say what they want, feel how they want. And I think if we are logical adults and human beings, we can all have the many conversations without feeling some type of way about that person or whatnot, right? And I think there are it's just like when we get into politics, when we get into religion, when we get into anything, there's always gonna be different thoughts about these situations. And in most of these scenarios, not everybody is privy to the same information. That's one thing that I think people on any opposing side always needs to think about. The reason why any fight is going on, argument, debate, is often because one person has lived a life a certain way. They have seen certain things from their point of view and have had that experience. Then the other person has been through opposite. And so when you do have those different outlooks, it does create those opposing energies. And I think all we ever need to do is to figure out how to have the conversations logically, right? You know, and then it makes a bit more sense. But I know there will be people who are like, what? It's like, okay, no, I agree with that first. I'm just telling you, I just know it will be a certain thing or whatnot. And there are platforms that will often like ding us for certain things being said or whatnot. You know, they'll be like false advertisement or something like that, and I'm like, well, how do you know? Maybe they was telling the truth. But let me hop back in. We have another one from him right here. Yo, listen, what you gonna cook up in no kitchen? What is a freaking soldier with no mission? Also, freaking there are a lot of people who don't listen.
Take it back, late shift, serving on the Monday. 3 different drugs, made 2 bands in one day. After day 6, my bitch kicked me out on Sunday. Sweat was backyard, was my gun range. Pay your dues, never snitch, and fuck gun safes. Florida concealed carry gun state. I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Yeah, yo, told that brother, I'll inhale the loud until my lungs break.
A walking figment, all black, just to match the pigment. Bitch, I'm packing blasters, made of plasma. Lord, I ask forgiveness. I know some niggas back prescriptions, since in adolescence. Never listen, bitch, I carry burdens like I'm powerlifting. Homie enlisted, came back with the cane addiction. Powder sniffing, mood shifting different. Think he power tripping. Power moves, no submitting, spitting crazy either. Quickly dismissed if you ain't know my teacher. Got trust issues, I look at you like you owe a feature. My heart froze, start coasting off a potent beaker. Potion purple, Urkel geeking, cup color, grape soda leader. Phony skeezers can't be in our circle. My hip hot and ready, Little Caesar. Semi-red dot, pepperoni like I'm serving pizza. Niggas baloney, act like active divas. Don't come at me, must be blasted off some cashy reefer. Type to crash over trashy sneakers. Stick sturdy like a dirty geezer. I lift you early like a birdie flying over Beezer. Been a leader like Julius Caesar. Studious creature, I study buddy. He moving funny, ain't selling him nothing neither.
Take it back, late shift, surfing on a Monday. 3 different drugs, made 2 bands in one day. After day 6, my bitch kicked me out on Sunday. Sweat was backyard, was my gun range. Pay your dues, never snitching, fuck gun safes. Florida concealed carry gun state. I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Hey yo, told that brother, I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Talking left to the right, man, make your dome spin. What a coincidence, we both hold limbs. Act bold till the poker in my bad hand folds him. Pump pills like a dope gym. Fiend roller coasting, convulsion mouth foam hanging like soap fist. Ghostbuster gun make it so lit, it's atrocious. Run through leaf like a plague of locusts. Real and you know it came up off a pill dosage. Y'all the type to poke a body if it's still floating. Guns are still coated, sip a potent chill potion. Seeming more confident and I feel focused. Coke so white and left the dollar bill glowing. Gum numb me rubbing in like spill lotion. Fiend pill smoking, call me like a still ocean. Still boasting knowing all them drills bogus. Get peeled open, suffocated, killed, choking. The hating just wakens my inner kill focus. Arm and hammered, left your hat bill folded. Baseball size exit wound, left your grill open. Blood spill soaking drips from a bed sheet. Police got fiends swallowing like sex freaks. Besties hustle like rent stew. Next week, doom with a broom, call it a death sweep. Laid out like Tiger Ruggs with the headpiece. It's fucking Johnny.
Man, listen, once again. See, there are certain artists that that make you proud to be a producer, right? That get you excited to want to make beats for them because you know that they aren't going to waste their time, right? They're not going to just, let me just do whatever, right? I have never heard a bad verse from Here's Johnny, right? He like literally bar after bar, he gets in there and has an energy like he's battling you every step of the way, right? Like, and I appreciate it. It's very comic book-esque, right? Like you definitely could have an aspect of a character in something like that, or something animated. I think you deserve the visuals. Like for example, right, when you do send certain visuals through the show that pertain to, you know, I mean, again, it's something that you'll plot with the song, but more or less it's just like and scenes from a certain anime or other older kind of movies done in a certain way in animation, and things that still look good. But I always talk about that extra step that those videos need to take, right? The option of, can we get something that's like that but original, where we can actually see a you in the animation somehow? Like, there's always got to be a way where, shoot, you could like rap, you could get in front of a green screen and then put yourself in front of the actual animation and then like move yourself around while you're just kind of like rapping your verse if you wanted to do that. But I always remind people that I think there's a dope option. I usually kind of show you, but I don't know if I want to mess with the screen too much. But essentially, I know someone who's really good at taking the animation and at least making the characters kind of rap or sing the song that is there. And again, this was before AI was a thing, so there's a level of dopeness and creativity to it, which I think it feeds into it a little bit more, because now you're looking at the character, watching what happens, what each scene pertains to, if the scene actually relates to what the artist is talking about. And there are times where he does go that deep into it. He's utilized Transformers, X-Men, the animated ones. I don't know how far he can go, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same process of like with whatever you're using, like finding the moments where the mouth matches up. I would predict it would be a little bit more jarring in full live action, but animation I think was perfect. They had a lot of like, let me stay here for a second while I'm freaking talking, and then I'll move in the next scene. Speed Racer, man. They had to, oh my god, if he does a little bit, they talk so fast, bro. But let me see what's up. And it said, where you from? BP fellas like that. Nah, man, where you from, man? You need to let us know. You need to let us know where the heck do you go. All right, let's get back in the building right about now. Funk Show Brothers. Right about now. Funk Show, anyways, both records were dope. All artists involved got in and did their thing. Straight bars all the way through. I like this beat especially. It's very hunting, straight hip hop centric, and what more could you want from it? Let me go ahead and post both songs in the chat so you guys can get a whiff of them yourself. Are you gonna let me do it? Let me see if I can. Let's move the chat above. Move the chat above. Sometimes I want to be able to say that, you know what, you gotta love what the fuck you gotta do when you ever the. All right. Really? I thought it would have just let me. You gotta make me manually. Gotta make me. That was the first one. And that was the second one. All right, back in the free line. Thank y'all for your patience. See where we are at. Should we jump into 1 minute mode? Shall we jump into 1 minute mode? You guys say the word and we'll do that. Oh man, but I'm not able to put nothing on screen yet because I'm not in that scene. So I still I still have to figure that out. Yo, I still have to figure. I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but there's a lot of like freaking people who rip up this whole freaking shit, but I don't know what the hell I'm about to like. I'm trying to load up the. There it goes. T Ziggy. But which song? Let me see. As you doing live reactions, I'm a young small artist looking for feedback and just reactions for my newest EP. Free T. I guess I have to pick. Wait, let me go. I have to pick one of the three. Let me see. Trying to get it lit. One for the money. And what you said. I'm curious. The longest is the first. But let's go with the middle. We'll be neutral. One for the money. I want to see if it sounds like what I have in my head. Run for the money. And it did the door. And the money did the money.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm kicking down the door. Move it. Yeah, I need some more. Keep counting my steps like it's the dance floor. Moonwalk on the mic, when I walk slow. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. 3 bad ones trying to ride to the coast. 4 a.m. and my eyes still glow. Too late, some more. Yeah, I need some more. Something we don't need no talk. Yeah, I need some more. Something on my ring. Oh, yeah, hating on my road. I'm trying to pull out. I can't bring no more. 1 for the money and a 2 for the show. 300 million for the music. Yeah, get more. I think it's about what 6 niggas fine. Some niggas I'm busy working, but I ain't a fucking blind. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was still down bad, now I'm stuck in the rush. Slow down, but I'm pressing my luck. I don't follow my rules. I don't need no clutch. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. 3 bad ones trying to ride to the coast. Alright. 4 a.m. and my eyes still glow. 5 in the tank when I hit that road. And then niggas call them blowing up my phone. 7-day grind, I ain't taking it slow.
Yeah.
My wrist, yeah, that shit froze. So I bet some deep without getting caught.
There's a lot of freaking things you can freaking think about. I don't wanna freaking be the guy with the freaking giant that pops up and randomly freaking tries to drink it out. She over there counting, and I never like really like jigging out of a fountain. But if people freaking have money, they probably like lead at like accountant, and I don't even know if I want to announce shit. But what do you guys think about that? 1 to 10, any and all free. Oh my gosh, man! Why did you scare me? Why did you scare me? Everybody, yeah. All right, so I'll say this, right? I did think that it needed a mix still, right? A little bit of a polish just to make it feel a little bit more professional. Beat had a certain amount of energy and flair. I think it was something that could be fun. The song itself, overall, it potentially would be fun with, I think, the right overall performance and video, but I still wanted a little bit of a better mix on here. I think the energy though is always what's going to be important, as long as you guys aren't, if it doesn't feel like you're bored, on the record that we're hearing, then you're doing a decent job. Because if you're bored, we're bored, right? There will be people who will always want even more energy though, that aggression. The more that we do truly feel like you're having fun, man, you'll have some resonance or whatnot. But it also depends on what what everybody would come across and want to remix. I feel like that's also when you have a good record. People should want to do more than just grab your beat and then make a song for them. Essentially, we should want to remix your record, take some of your elements, and pay homage to the fact that you've made the record at all and are getting in there. Let me see what we got. We're gonna go ahead and get back in. Mafia said, let's see. Yo, let's see what's happening. Yo, let's see what's happening. Okay, we got Jupiter. Mr. Jupiter. Well. Oh, and I almost... We got, if you haven't sent to the show before, you got to send to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Right now we are in the free line. We have both a free and a skip line for those that may want to skip and get their record played quicker or back to back. Back to reality. That's not how it goes, bro. Well, it kind of does, but not. Kind of does.
All I wanna do, stroke your body, nice and slow, baby.
I'm rocking your body.
I'm rocking your body, giving you long D, rocking your body. Now, what we gonna do is get it rockin' it, baby. Bed frame knocking, your legs get locked. You said your body feeling something that it never felt before. Your rain is pouring, but I'm ready to drown. Already started, and all I hear is, ain't no use in fighting it, baby. Let's go. No, you won't regret it, baby. When you let me take you down. Stroke your body, nice and slow, babe. I'm rocking your body, giving you long D, rocking your body. I wanna do, stroke your body, nice and slow, babe. I'm rocking your body, giving you long D, rocking your body. Your heart is pumping, feel like a volcano erupting in your body. I can't lie, babe, I just really love stroking on your body. All I wanna do, stroke your body, nice and slow, babe. I'm rocking your body, giving you long D, rocking your body. Now, what we gonna do? Hey, baby, rocking your body, put it on you, put it on you. Now I wanna do, stroke your body, nice and slow, babe.
This reminds me of
your body, giving you long D, rocking your body.
late 90s R&B.
Stroke your body, nice and slow, babe.
Nice and slow, yeah.
Giving you long D, rocking your body.
What is happening? Like what is popping is not the time when you in the street. I don't know where the heck I'ma go, but I'm here up in the industry and I'm sending these chicken things to the face. I don't even know what to do, but I'm taking it. All right, what do you think about that? 1 to 10, our feedback is welcome as we proceed to give you what you need. I feel like that right there, yeah, it reminded me of that kind of classic 90s R&B that we would get from like Donnell Jones, you know, that John B kind of era. And I'm very nostalgic with many of the things that you guys pull from when it comes to inspiration of that era. This also is one of the better mixes that you have of your records. It felt like you put some effort into this one a little bit more than you have others. I'm curious on what that was on your end. And of course, when you guys have anything that is acoustic, it is a true cheat code for you guys, man. You are able to go out there and play it live, you know, with an actual acoustic guitar, which I think would bring something dope to the table as well. Give me a second. Give me a second if you don't know. I'm trying to see how would this thing know to change? Because I got to figure that out while I'm playing it in case I got to get a visual. We'll see something. Big salute. Let us know what you guys think about that as well. Hold on. As we go, we had a 7. There we shoot, man. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Thank you for your continuation. Hold on. Where the heck is... And what is the new... Did you send from a new email? Oh, no, you didn't. That's what it was. And I suppose you have a new name. Oh, and yes, it was an AI.
Sometimes loving the mother ain't the same as loving the child. And sometimes you don't realize your patterns.
Jupiter is real.
Until the silence gets loud. Yeah. Young heart, older world, I ain't know what I was in. She was grown, I was lost, got pulled into her sin. Fast life, bad night, wrong roads I was shown. Thought it was love, but the darkness felt like home. Florida gave heat, but my soul felt cold. Learning grown lesson before I got old. The mocker my fate and had to leave and do right. Traded chaos for duty, caught a bus overnight. Caught a bell like I'm ready, I'm coming again. She said don't even bother, I got me a new man. Phone went quiet, whole world went still. Lost my daughter before I knew how she felt. Saw her once, tension heavy in the air. Brother circling me like they wanted war there. Then she told another that my child was his name. The pain still echo, yeah, it never looked the same.
I love my children, every single one. But love and pain been walking side by side since young.
Broken home, broken trust, broken plan. Trying to be a father while I learn to be a man. Every road I chose, let me hear again. Different faces, but the story never ends. Maybe love ain't wrong. Maybe I just don't heal. Looking in the mirror asking, am I the deal? Yeah. Then came Jennifer, green eyes shining bright. Feel like peace finally stemmed my life. 2 boys later, we built something strong, but forever sometimes don't last that long. Arguments loud, love turned to fights. Pain talking realities in the middle of the night. Trust fell apart, anger took control. One bad moment put some chains in my soul. Sat in the cell thinking where did I fail? Counting regrets while I stared at the rail. Came home free, but the story was done. New man standing.
I feel like there was some work within it, at least.
Lost my boys, felt numb inside. Sometimes pride and hurt both.
I love my children, every single one. But love and pain been walking side by side since young.
Broken home, broken trust, broken plans. Trying to be a father while I learn to be a man. Every road I chose, let me.
This feels semi-real and AI at the same time.
Maybe I just don't heal. Looking in the mirror, am I the deal?
Like it feels like you got on there and performed it, and then transformed the elements around it.
3 kids left. House full of light, 8 years strong, everything felt right. My mind got heavy, pressure built slow. Fighting battles nobody else could know. Instead of healing, I ran from the way. Sometimes we sabotage the love that we create. Left something real, chasing something
How
new.
can I tell, man?
Now Kimberly here, 2 more kids in my arms.
How
Trying to build
can I
peace with weather the
tell?
storms. We clash, we argue, still care deep down. Love get complicated when pain hang around. Love on my kids, that part stay true. But loving their mothers, and I knew what to do. Patterns repeating like songs on replay. Running for myself every single day. Now I'm standing still, finally seeing clear. Maybe every end, let a lesson here. Not blame them now, running away. Me, I gotta change before love can stop.
I love my children, every single one. Trying to break cycles that started when I was young. No more running from the man I see. Healing starts when I face me.
Every scar got a story to tell. Every loss taught a lesson as well. If love keeps leaving when I reach my hand, maybe growth is becoming a better man.
Did your kids do that harmonization in the background? Like the choir stuff?
Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself.
Tis my guess that is what happened. Let me see what you guys thought about that. So we have AI conversations on the show quite a bit, right? Whether or not people get tired of it, it's always education on both ends, right? We see the pros, we see the cons, and when it's used right, people can appreciate it a little bit more, right? I think when people have a problem with it, it is half feeling like the artist that they hear, if they're not real, they can't see that person perform live, right? And so they often want the voice to be you. They want it to be whoever's making the song. Their thought is use the thing that allows you to use your voice as the thing that it bases the signature on, and then build around that. And then you be the brand, right? Because when and if you do put out a avatar for the artist, and like initially you're running into a territory where you're almost trying to trick people into thinking that an artist is real. And again, they're not going to be able to go and see that person perform it live. They're not going to be able to see interviews with that artist. And that's still, I think, an important aspect of creation, of music. We love the actors who actually play in the movies that we love, and they're what make us want to go out and see more films with them, right? And the fact that they had to get out of their comfort zones and get into certain roles and make us believe with their sheer talent for acting, we still look at that same thing for music and want to see your actual talent, right? So I say that to say there are a few things, like being able to see how something is created. I think that does need to be something that kind of is marketed with an AI record. Like if you're gonna put it out and then I have no intention of changing any of the non or lack of artists kind of that may be there or something like that. Like if the artist isn't real and you plan on putting that out, I feel like it does deserve to see the behind the scenes of you guys creating it, so we can appreciate that full form of creativity. And I think people are going to be more impressed with that, because certain people will just hear, oh snaps, it's AI, right? And they're immediately probably going to think you just prompt one idea in the thing and then press enter, and then that song comes out or whatnot. But I have a good enough ear to know when there is somewhat of a human element there, right? Because I know the different ways that you can create with. You can just type and prompt. You can just have an idea. You can also hum a song and then have the idea, right? And then it'll, do the melodies of the humming, but with, the words that you put it, you know what I mean? Like there's that. And then there's if you kind of make a song yourself, and you do it in a certain way, and then you add those elements and kind of replace them with again, another artist or different production. You just bring it into more of a semi kind of professional level, because again, you're able to add a choir and have more of I think prominence or whatnot. But yeah, I think there are elements that sounded good within there. And I think there's always going to be that feeling of wanting a real artist to go out and perform it, and not someone else doing a cover of the song, but like, okay, with the ultimate goal to like get the song to the right artist, and then for that artist to really be able to promote, even if that's in the contract, man, we're like, yo, like if you get this, just make sure you promote that I wrote it. Like that's a part of the situation, or whatnot. But I think once again, when we can see you guys creating it, there's more of a level of appreciation there. It's like watching a painter from scratch, blank canvas, and you're like, what are they doing? If they don't even tell you what they're about to do, and then as you eventually start to see something come together, and you're like, oh crap, that's Bart Simpson as a zombie, or some crazy, right? And we appreciate that art. The other thing is AI radio stations, they need to be a thing, right? An app, anything that does allow those who do want to embrace the fact that anything has AI within it, without having, at least in this form of time, or in this moment, there are still people who feel a certain way about it because they don't know yet, right? If you don't have that visual addition, they're all gonna assume you've only typed in make a song about McDonald's ice cream or something, you know what I mean? Or but their ice cream machine being broken. We want a little bit. We want a little bit more in those aspects and stuff. But yeah, I feel like there's something there that will still allow people to hear it, and the humanity does help. I'll say this though. I've also said if you actually do add a real artist to some of those records, there's a certain section of people who feel like they hate it because they feel like they're being replaced, right? And so while you do have the ability to add many of the AI elements, it wouldn't hurt to, you know what? Let's add a real musician to this as well, and then have them play over certain parts or whatnot. You know what? Let's have a feature with a real rapper going back and forth with the AI doing something. Let's have a real singer going on top doing the background vocals. If you have human elements when you were talking about these things, those are things in addition that you can truly bring to the table and kind of make people a little bit more comfortable with it. Because it's when people are feeling like, well, if AI did the majority, they're always going to feel like if AI does the majority of what we hear, you do have to know that Suno or whatever program you might have made it with does own that thing. So if they create, if they make the voice that we hear, they own that. If you write the lyrics, you own that. If you basically, again, you get in there and you kind of rap and have the structure and again, you own that aspect, right? If you don't produce it though, and they own it, you can't sell the beat suddenly. Like that's what it is right now. And so in my mind, I'm always gonna be fine myself because I've always made music. I'm able to produce and record and write, and I have the pride of really being able to come up with the stuff. But I always think about that as well, like when and if people like anything that we make. I think there's a doper level of excitement when you know that you've basically had everything to do with everything that you're hearing, right? That's not to say that for the prompters out there, I do know how interesting it does feel to literally have an idea, right? There are these ideas you've had for years. So and so should have made this type of song, and just having that and putting it into a thing and being like, ain't no way it's gonna come up with this, and I'm gonna just mess around in country, and then it will do it. There's something interesting about hearing those, or even your own records in those different genres. However, we do have to think about how in some of those situations it takes away our ability to be the one who came up with the thing, right? If we don't have the time to like sit down and like, all right, let me actually think about exactly what kick and snare that I want to be in there, or what kind of drum pattern do I want in general, what melodies do I actually want in this beat right here, and basically making sure that the full record is yours in completion. This is, again, I'm not reading the chat or anything just yet. I'm just riffing essentially. Having the conversation, as I said, on both ends, I always feel like it throws us into a little bit of a podcast mode because it's a hot topic, man. There's always going to be that conversation of whether or not we should use it, how much we should, if anything. Not all AI is bad, right? And I think it just comes down to if there are things that you're going to get paid for and you want people to be impressed by, we do have to figure out the ways to show them how dope we are in those elements, right? I always say, like, okay, if you can still come up with the song without AI, like let's say someone likes it and they go, I love what you and the kids did with this song. I would love to have you come to the studio and, we'll make something for real or whatnot. Now, and they're basically saying like no AI, right? So they're assuming you have full-on ability to go in there and create a song completely like that from your mind. And that is something we want to actually be able to be what I'm saying all this freaking wrong, but we want that to be something that is a part of the conversation and that you are able to do. I'm gonna assume that is what it is, but what it is, man. Hold on, let me get back in here. I keep forgetting where my chat is. Let me jump back over here. What up, Tony? Tony in the freaking cusp of shit. Like sometimes I want to be able to chill because I was up in the corner. Then I hopped up on the bus and shit. Sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm up to do, but I need to bring this back down because when I knew where it was easier to keep track of it. Pina colada. Why, thank you. Why, thank you, Pina colada. Let's see, and we can perform that song right now, man. And all written and beat on me. Production. Let me see. They sent me my kids to the song and then I transformed it. All right. Well, listen. If you can get in there, what I've done. If you can get in there and perform it, man, like that's what people are gonna. But like, that's another reason why. Well, you know what? Test it out, right? Test out a version where the voices that we're hearing are you and the kids. You know, I'm curious on what it sounds like. Again, all these compare and contrast is dope. It's like the behind the scenes, the making of. We like to see how creative any kind of artist can get with taking something even already made and then building it into something else. So I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could use AI for music or whatnot, man. Well, you have been living under a rock a little bit. There are a few apps where they allow you to do it. There's pros, there's cons. I can say that to a certain extent, it is fun to kind of create with it to see what it can do, but it's taking away to an extent. If you let it go too far, you've just typed in an idea and it's already made the song. You know what I mean? Like, and as a writer, as a producer, as someone who loves to fully create records, and why not it be our voices, right? Because if you're putting in that work, there should be somebody that's able to go out and celebrate that. And I feel like when you are able to pass something to a real artist, literally, at the very least, I know for sure when it comes to singers, anybody in a rock band, they are the ones that are not discriminated if they have writers for a certain song. In fact, they will talk about the person who wrote it and why they resonated with the song in the first place, what connected them to it, and they'll big up the writer and those situations. So that's at least what I think about. But again, always think about how you're going to market the situation, right? I think there is something creative about like you and the kids kind of working together on something, seeing what they're able to do. Always really check and see if it's stunning their growth creatively, or if it's something that you think that will benefit them in terms of if they were to want to be an artist themselves, right? Does it make them suddenly have more confidence and then utilizing their voices in certain ways? I'm just curious on what can be done there, but market it as that. Do a behind the scenes video. Yeah, it's me and the kids trying to see what's up. Again, I don't know whether or not whether or not you get backlash from that, but it seems like something that is fairly innocent. I know my kids do not like AI. Like I tried talking about it and they roll their eyes, right? They literally hear it and feel some type of way because the absence of a potential artist. It hits kind of hard. You got to think about it like this, right? We think about Michael Jackson, Eminem, Busta Rhymes, Tupac, Biggie, anybody you know and love that is real. I can be like me and you, man. You know what I mean? If you were to find out that either of those that I mentioned were AI, a piece of you would die inside a little bit because you'd be like, damn, it was just lying to us the whole time. None of the beef and all these different situations was real. And you, like, I just sometimes have a hard time relegating something to only a song, right? And basically, like, there aren't too many that I had heard, especially like in the past, where it's like not an actual artist. Maybe there's people who were like DJs and they were producers and then they made a beat and then they kind of sampled movie dialogue or something like that, but like that doesn't count because that's production based. When we're talking like artist based, we still want to feel like if we're hearing a person say things and they're actually singing or rapping, that person is real and that it's more than just a record. And I think, shoot, you guys, for any AI creator, man, like if you were ever worried about competition just with even the real artists on something like a movie soundtrack, imagine the amount of people who would a day try to create 50 to 100, make a song about Spider-Man, make a song about you know what I'm saying? Like the competition is gonna be out the roof for certain things, and so there needs to be a way to really regulate things in proper ways, give certain credences to certain aspects, but also like remember that the things that we often get paid for is our skill. The moment that, like, forget about them trying to get us, they can literally be like, why are we paying them when we can just make our own AI song for the soundtrack? We don't want them to start thinking like that, right? You know, like they can do what they want. They can do what they want. Like do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want, but no, don't do what you want, man. I gotta advocate for the real artists and musicians and stuff. Like the reason why I've loved soundtracks at all is for that collection of artists that we get to hear that brought the elements of the movie to life. Some, not all of them, make the film, right? Some are like at the end of the credits, maybe the movie trailer or something like that. But I think it's always been an important fabric of cinema and video games, art, anything that is very artistic and creative. I feel like we need to preserve that actual full creativity. Once people are starting to, because you may use it in like the right way, right? So I'm not even talking about you. This is like in general. This is the worst sides that I have seen is someone who said, I've created over 100 different artists, and all of them are on Spotify. You know, and that's 10 songs each from each of those artists, right? And so a lot of people were basically like that person, and they have no connection to the songs. Literally will type into ChatGPT, give me ideas to prompt for some, you know, something for Suno, some inspiration. You know, when you can't even come up with your own idea, there's a problem there. This is why things are really going to shift, and like we have to prove that we are the artists that people are hearing. We have to prove the work that we are able to put forth in order for anybody to truly be impressed, because anybody can, with the press of a button, kind of come up with a fairly decent song with AI. And like that's kind of the other part of the problem. It shouldn't feel like a job. It shouldn't feel like, oh, I need to get this done quick. I don't feel like looking for an artist for this. Let me just do this instead, and then I'm just gonna release that. I personally cannot feel comfortable. Like, you gotta understand how much I've been thinking about this, right? Because you know me, I beatbox all the time, right? And so I've consistently thought about, man, I could use it. I could beatbox the beats and then have it actually make the beat that you know, I rap to then, you know, and then there's something there. But then I always come to this realization that like, no, but I didn't make the beat at that point. Like, if it brings other elements in my structure, like basically I would have written the sequence and the notes, but if it brings the snare and the kick drum, a new kick drum, and actual other elements from a synth or whatever it brings in, then I still have this feeling of, well, I didn't make the beat. I still want to actually get in there and be a part of that, like, because I've always been a part of it. Anyways, love these conversations. Love these conversations. What your thoughts are on this? Can you play when we get to it? We will get to it. I'm gonna have to jump into 1 minute mode. Essentially we play all the remaining records in the free line for 1 minute mandatorily. If it is a skip, we'll play the full song, but so we can get you guys in and out a little bit faster, we'll jump into that mode, and usually you guys will be able to see the numbers on the screen, but because I had to change what I went live on, we're not able to do that at the moment. But I promise you it will all be 1 minute from beginning to end. 1 minute. We're gonna start here. Hold on, let me activate the mode.
1 minute mode has been activated as requested, Mr. Dorky, sir.
Right, thank you. All right, man. Listen, Hot Boy Major, we got you up right now. Video, you got 1 minute. We ain't gonna be able to play the full thing, but here we go.
Damn, chop my wheel bend.
Shit, if a nigga don't wanna sell me dope,
7 seconds in.
I swear to God, shit that bitch down. The whole trap out. We put out the hit down. Trap nigga make deliveries just like Domino. Louis shirt making deliveries in designer clothes. How these niggas can't find no money, but they can find some hoes. Damn. I just find that shit so funny. Explain me how they go. Serving in the city, turn off plank road, niggas serving fitted. Police passing by me, I stay focused, keep my head steady. Pull up with the Drake, I'm on the seat like it be on my get it.
30 seconds.
Come outside by himself and having money ready. Why I be out here selling Supreme, these niggas be selling unleaded. On some dope, on the table, chop up like confetti.
Why does he look like?
Hold a pot steady. Dope. If you ain't know that shit gon' lock up when that shit get ready. Toting on that Draco muscle locked up, got my arms heavy.
There's an actor who he looks like, bro. You guys know who I'm talking about. Damn it. Okay, that's 1 minute. Yo. Bro, I kid you not. You guys know the actor the actor, and I forgot the movie he was in, but it's the one where he's like the pimp, I think, and he's like, say something, you know what I'm saying? Say one more motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, time. You know, you guys know who I am talking about, right? He is the black, actor, Pinky Off Friday. Yes. So him, this artist, I forget that I can turn the camera a freaking round, and I kid you not, I'm like, bro, if he rapped, this is him. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, I need to get a closer look. Matter of fact, let me turn it around again, and then why didn't I do this for the freaking video? I completely forgot.
I'm selling no dope. I swear to God, shit that bitch down the whole trap out. We put out the hit down. Trap nigga, make deliveries.
I was like, what?
Louis shirt, making deliveries in designer clothes. These niggas can't find no money, but they can find some hoes. Damn. I just find that shit so funny. Explain me how they go. I'm serving in
Say something.
Turn off plank road, niggas serving fitted. Police passing by me, I stay focused, keep my
head steady.
Pull up with the Drake, dump on the seat like it be on my get it. Like tell a bitch to come outside by himself and having money ready. Be out here selling Supreme, these niggas be selling unleaded. On some dope, on the table, chopped up like confetti. On some coke, on the stove, hold a pot steady. If you ain't know that shit go lock up when that shit get ready.
I mean, if you want me to be honest, man, I feel like you look like you would have a like rougher voice. You're a little bit more animated, turned up more or less, which I think will still work for the record itself. People always need a certain level of energy. The beat itself is a banger. This is one of those records where, again, if we get a good live performance, the energy is there. And yeah, like, I need you guys. I need you to go out there and perform your records in different ways. Make a checklist of at least 10 different ways that you can perform any one record that you have. And make sure that every time you go and perform in a different venue, you perform it one of those ways. Check it out the list. So first one, obviously, is going to be straight up instrumental, man. If you can perform your song from beginning to end without needing the vocals on there, there's going to be a level of we're impressed because you took time to memorize your song. You didn't use the record itself as a crutch and have your vocals all through it, right? So we're going to appreciate that. If you have any simple instruments, a piano, an acoustic guitar, something like that, there are ways to create a melody that is similar of the tone that you can still perform to someone just playing an acoustic guitar and piano and stuff. But they'd have to create kind of a melody that is not there on this record itself, right? But those are still ways that you can do it. You can also imagine this record with heavy metal elements within there, and again, live drums kind of bringing things together, electric guitar and things like that. What else? There is potentially, like, if you anyone who is able to do the orchestra situation, man, like, we're always impressed. There's no not being impressed just because we know that it's something that not everybody has done, potentially can do, thinks of. Maybe they don't think they're worthy of trying. Maybe it is too expensive where they are trying to do it. But I feel like, once again, a lot of you guys just need to learn how to utilize your resources in the right way. There are schools, literally, that will often let you use their facilities for different things. There are in those schools, there's an entire band, bro. You gotta understand the things that you could literally utilize if you put your guys' mind to it. Those who have used like a marching band and stuff like that, like it all adds to the record itself, especially if you add certain communities to the fray, right? Depending on what you're doing, if you tap into the right communities and add those elements to it, for people who like dance songs, for example, there's the step teams, there's those that love doing certain, dances or whatnot. You bring certain things to the fray, they'll do, a lot of things to help promote it, even without you being there. That's how you know when you have a good record. Hold on, I'm trying to get back in so we can jump back into the thing. And what up? What up, Michael Byers? He said my first boom bap with an electric guitar, man. Hey, that shit. Cat Williams, man. Man. Listen, so no, it wasn't Cat Williams, but wasn't he also in that? It was like him and the other darker dude or whatnot. I gotta look up his name, man. I gotta respect. I love Google, man, because I can easily find things that I want. I just put say something again. Hold on. Uh-oh. Maybe I can't find it like that. Dang it. Say. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I have to add Friday to that. Yeah, there we go. It was Pinky. Yep, it was Pinky. So, we were correct. So, what you mean, we, my brother? What you mean, we? A lot of freaking times, there's a lot of y'all who know that you could eat some green tea? Some green tea? All right, I gotta fix my camera over here too. What is this Oompa Loompa filter I have on? Gotta fix your Oompa Loompa filter. Listen, dog, you would be embarrassed if a Oompa Loompa killed you. Come through like, all right, let me throw up the next record in the lineup. Okay, bring the chat down here so I can keep track of y'all's. I got killed by a Oompa Loompa. I got killed by a Oompa Loompa. Drizzle Dollar. Hold on.
Zach,
you
what
got
you
1
smoking,
minute.
Nigga?
We're in 1 minute mode. Already you haven't said anything yet. And here we go. Nope.
I ain't wanna say goodbye. Sometimes I wish we never had to die. I wanna laugh, I don't wanna cry. I wanna live, I don't wanna die. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Which one?
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Six.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
6 years.
Lord, I know you feel me when I pray at night. I'm in my
and then today,
wrong, don't make a right. I'm blowing rents and you know they white. They kill white.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So again, we're in 1 minute mode right now to try to get you guys play a little bit faster again. Again, apologies for having the basic stream today. When I have to go via my mobile, it's a little bit more simpler, but I really do love the bells and whistles And I often got to remind you of what I have, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let me remove TikTok right quick. All right. And when I have another video, I'll sort of play it the other way. That way we have a more pro look there. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And we bring this back. So overall with that song though, I felt like you did take a bit to come in. You know, it was about 25 seconds before the actual vocals really ran in there. And yeah, obviously nobody knows if and when we're gonna jump into that 1 minute mode to begin with. But it does really make you look at your songs in a certain way, right? You want to make sure that people know that you're on the record. If you wait too long, people will feel like, is it a beat? And then they'll start rapping to it, and all of a sudden you come in and stuff like that. There's things you could say at the beginning. You could have an answer machine with, you know, your girl complaining about something or whatever, you know, saying she miss you or something like that. And then have that really lead into the you know, actual verse and things that you want to drop in there. But it sounded like it was gonna turn into something decent. Hold on, I'm trying to bring my Can I bring this back or not? Can I bring it back or not? Discard. Let me close and reopen. What did you guys think about that? And man, this sucks. I have to go all the way over here. And then send me some beats, Michael, you know what I'm saying? I'll rap over them. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know whether you were saying can I rap to a beat that you sent today? Or like what are you specifically talking about? We have Eddie Guns with J Grove with Beeman. 1 minute on the clock, if you guys don't believe me.
1 minute mode has been activated as requested, Mr. Dorky, sir.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. I can rap to anything that you think it want me to. There's a lot of different times where I see it goes to hunt me.
I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk. Ain't nobody do it better when we shopping through them all, but try them. I know, you sour like some pickles. You just snapped it, I'm getting on my diamonds and my necklace. And it's hurting like a sword to my ace. Look into my review and it's clear like it's ace. I let a straight ball play, he was right. Along to the beat in the song that I'm writing. Dressed too fly, just like Georgia's 808s. Hey, big improvement, just like more weapons, more lessons, floor stepping. Life gets hard, but I make that sound reflexes come from H-Town, straight into the north section. In the back, just so bright, you can see the Black Lives Matter.
Man, kind of wanted to hear more of that thing. It's 1 minute. If there was a cipher that was like dope in the 90s, it had Big Pun in it. When it came to theme parks, I always had fun in it. This right here, you know, it had that 90s, you know, straight up hip hop boom bap vibe. Like I'm trying to think of specific people, maybe like Dead Prez, Fugees a little bit, you know what I'm saying, more or less. Still needs a little bit of a mix here and there, but I like that classic hip hop vibe every time, right? I'm very nostalgic, a little bit of a cheat code with that, some kind of vibes, straight up bars, comedic, elements. There are lots of things that I rock with. And here's what I'll say as well about the 1 minute mode, right? The benefit, other than we get to, play records and hopefully get through the remainder a little bit faster. But also, you get to really see how dope your record is. If it's just okay, right? We're indifferent. We didn't feel any more or less, kind of impressed or whatnot. Like we didn't want to turn it off. And we also wouldn't mind if we didn't hear it again in most cases. But I feel like if we have to forcefully cut a record off at the 1 minute mark, right? If we feel like we had to forcefully do it, but we liked the record and we wanted to hear where it was going to go, that's a great thing. It means you have some flair and you were doing the right thing, at least up until that point, where people still want to see what was going to happen. Now, on the opposite side, if they're like, bro, cut this off, what the hell are we playing? How the hell is this not, immediately, what I mean? If it's one of those, but we have to play it for a minute and it feels like torture, then you have to do a lot more on the record to make it palatable. And I think that's useful information. Everyone wants to know when they're good enough to make people everyone wants to know when they're good enough for people to want them to go further within the record. And I suggested to an artist earlier, by the way, that look, if you guys come up with a scenario, right, a new system where people pay you for the actual work that you do, and so if you pay a certain amount for the song, right, either you maybe you build it, you already build it in, you have a full song and you say, if you get all 3 verses and in it, you get this version, it's like, $3 to $4. It's something like that, right? And then if you get the short version, yeah, it's freaking cheaper, but you're getting less of the thing. See what people are willing to pay for when it comes to the majority of what they hear, especially if you're good. They're not gonna not want to hear what the other verses might have sounded like or something like that. And then I suggested, like, for those that already just have the short records, you could put your stuff up and then kind of have people, donate for the ones that they would love you to extend in that way. And it would give you a way to really not only put good money in your pocket, but to find out the ones that people truly believe in that way. Like, quite literally, I think about every artist. Think about it. If it was Eminem's Rap God, if you've listened to that song, it's actually a decent length. And the part where he gets in there and basically raps fast and shows us that he can do that, kind of for the first time, it's somewhere near the tail end of the song, right? And I imagined if he had only wrote a certain half of it, made it short, and then each person said, more and more and more, and wanting that to go in. Hold on real quick. You guys can do what you want though, but I always suggest getting in there and trying to give people a little bit more. Why not? It's free, and for the most part, unless you pay for the studio time, I guess. He said, I was asking if you could drop a YouTube link in the chat for you to check out. You have to send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Give me a second. Give me a freaking second-ish. I always like want to say that I don't know if this weapon is, and sometimes I always get mad because randomly I'll be like, man, I just stepped in this.
Did you just say that I stepped in this?
Okay, let me come over here. Uh-oh. And then give me a second. Now I have to put something in the fridge, man. Come on, is what I said. Oh, did I not? How did I not do this the whole time? All right, give me a second, y'all. I've been told to put something in the fridge, then we'll get back in to it. All right, let's get to it. Did you just say brand? Yep, and then I topped it off with brand. Did you hear that part? Nah, man, I don't think you did that at all, man. King Timmy, let's go. King Timmy, not so toxic. Not so toxic,
Yeah, I done seen love go left real quick. Text turn cold, then it turn to distance. Hearts get played like it's part of the script. Young love hurt, now move different. I was all in, I hold back some. Tryna stay real, but I don't trust much. Everybody say that's just how it comes, but I still feel like it's too damn much. I don't need perfect, I just need peace. Somebody real that ain't gon' leave. Tired of games, tired of losing sleep. I just want something that feels like me. Yeah, I want a girlfriend that's not so toxic. Yeah, I want a girlfriend that's not so toxic. Yeah, I want a girlfriend that's...
Man, 1 minute. See that? That's a good example. One that's that opposite. Again, you want to hear a little bit more of that. It's hard to, get into a good overall vibe. And yes, it does feel like there are AI elements within there as well. And I really don't want to jump into the whole freaking 30-minute conversations regarding it. So we'll try to condense it as much as possible, right? Again, we're gonna still like the essence of the songs that we hear, right? But there's still going to be that moment that if someone's a fan of the thing that they're hearing, that like, how can they not want to hear that person live, right? It's going to always still matter at the end of the day, if you care about that part of the branding. And most, if not every time that I hear AI, I tend to look at the records as reference records, and I do have the hope that we'll hear a real artist on it. And then, yes, there are still the times where you may use your real voice for the model, for the voice model, and then still use the AI elements and having it do things. But we'll still hear that signature AI kind of sound, which is for people still gonna have a certain stigma to it. But at the very least, if we can get into the personalization, and I think at the very least, if it's your voice, that is always gonna have a lot more staying power. At least for me and stuff like that. What did you guys think though? Say Chris Brown type of vibe there. Yeah. And like, so think about that, right? When you do hear a record, who would you give that record to? Like, if you could push that record potentially to an artist out there in the industry that you'd want to hear it, and you think that they have a good vocal signature to be able to hit that, what does it say? Let's go back in.
1 minute mode has been activated as requested, Mr. Dorky, sir.
Only a real can relate. Look, don't tell me you got me when you was never there. Only reason that you come around is because I'm lit and not cause you care. Only minute I feel myself, ain't no other minute I'm a fair. People around you when you beneficial, can do shit, they gon' disappear. They seen they got money again, oh shit, now they reappear. Same bitch that smile on my face, gon' gossip about me, that shit is weird. Every nigga feel away in private, better be solid, go appear. All my guys pull up and they slide like it's electric, don't mean to tear. We don't jack you, we gon' clap you. No pause, I'm talking about bullets. Me and Dino on shots, we go way back, like the back of a motherfucking mullet. They get crazy, I'm crazy for real. Fuck a boundary, nigga, I push it. You can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen, you not gon' like what I'm cooking. Ain't no slight or medium rare, I want well done meat. Well done, the highest degree, cause bitch I'm ready, want all of the beef.
Should have said pause. You should have said pause right after the beat, and then like drop the beat right there. Pause, and then brought it right back, and then continue the.
Nigga, I was outside for real. That white boy was never in the streets. Niggas only tough on the phone. They see me in person, they never gon' speak.
All right, that is 1 minute. Honestly, I liked it. I like the vibe. The beat is, proper. I could have listened to that, even by itself or whatnot, right? We know the style, we know the sound, we know the flow. And I think you have a good energy with how you were attacking it. I wouldn't have minded more, of course. That's the point of the 1 minute mode in general. If there's any critique at all, it would probably be that there's always going to be a different tone or more personality that you can add into your performance, right? And so whether you are singing melodically or you are rapping, you never want to have a kind of monotone kind of feel, unless Unless it's a part of the record, right? Where it's like I'm underwater and I'm just depressed at life, and so you just have I'm just gonna stare into space, you know, kind of vibe or whatnot, or you know, you're lonely and whatever the case, right? It just depends on what you wanna do. What you wanna do, and they come for you. What you wanna do? Okay, let me see. We got Miss Sun with In the Morning. Hold on. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I am not. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Wait. I said, oh man, and people be like, dog, what the hell would like you do if you had to go get a snowman? And I don't even know, man, because there's a little time where I knock up on the door, but they don't open the door, man. And you don't know about my freaking domain. And people also be like, Dorky, why the hell you so lame? I don't know what the hell you even both came. And also, I want to be able to like go and pick your brain, but
love is never wasted. All you gotta do is face it. Checking on these tracks so I don't look back. So maybe I'll just erase it. The past is holding me back now. Moving forward, then I take steps back. Wow, it's a never-ending cycle. I decipher when I get back up and try again. Lesson learned.
Oh my gosh.
Say to forgive and make amends. Man, I'm trying, but how can I forget?
I'm starting to hate that we're in 1 minute mode.
Child trying to see my thoughts from going wild. It's been a while since I felt a real smile. I was just wondering how long it's gonna take. I just
Once again, quick reminder, if you send a skit, we will play the full song and not cut it after that freaking 1 minute or whatnot. The purpose of the 1 minute mode is to get us, through a little bit faster, but also to really test the thrill of your record in general. Does it feel like something people want to hear more and feel bad because they can't? Or they are delighted that they were able to cut it early, right? Those are the two different feelings. You want to figure out how good your song is or whatnot. And, big salute. Let me see. What? All right, let me see. What did you guys think about that, though, overall? As we proceed to give you what you need as we continue to try to do this with speed.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, man. Hunted rapper, Hopefully you're not too scary, please. Let me see. This is Fear is Home.
Another restless night, I lay in the dark. The nauseating smell of rotten death permeates through every wall. I even leave my door closed, a vain attempt to put an end to the stench that also seems to cause agitation in those walls. They rattle, shake, door hinges crying retaliation. Their whimpers reverberate, leaving my arms shaking, caustic sensations through my spine. The door cracks open on its own. I'm alone, nothing but my crumpled bed sheets to hold. I don't know how many days it's been trapped in this dread. At least as many breaths that I skipped for each day that I lived. I rise, bare feet on the cold carpet. Wide eyes try to pierce the darkness. The ice that froze me to the bed shatters. I'm finally searching for the source of the noises that startle from the sunset to the morning. Walking trepid to the open door, feet begging to turn around. The soles of my feet feel like open sores with nerves that have...
Okay, that's 1 minute right there. So with this one, I'll say that it felt like, you know, you're a storyteller, but a rapper, not on some of the records that I might have heard you on. A lyricist, yes. Storyteller, yes. You do need to learn how to rap though, right? Where it feels like you're in the pocket with every word that you're saying in pertinence to the beat. Artists like you need beats that do not have drums attached, because the moment that you have drums, we're going to expect you to really rap to the beat. And that's with anybody, right? And so that's basically what will most likely turn anybody off. I think they do love to hear forms of creativity and seeing what you can do in certain areas. But when you get to a point where you do it right, we're going to say your song with you. Everyone wants that moment, right? Where you can put the mic out to the crowd at certain parts and they know what to say. That happens when you really pick the right elements to say. It's why I've always said we can't just say anything to a beat. We really, if anything, what you could do is have someone build a beat around your vocals, because it feels like you're in a different like element than what the beat is in, and it's sort of becoming a little bit of a contrast. But in my eyes, it's an easy fix. Just one of those kind of things. Rap to a beat with, either learn how to rap more on beat with what you want to say, and know that being on time and on beat is always going to be something that's important. If you need to practice kind of doing it, look at any song that you actually like out there from other artists who are not you, because I can almost guarantee it's somebody who has a standard style. And so like when you're able to get in there and rap with them, every word, know where everything is, you start to see, oh man, like I do have to think about the pattern and where every word is going to land on the beat. And furthermore, just imagine your favorite artist rapping your stuff and how weird it would sound if you don't do a good job, basically, right? What do you think? 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 We got Be Ill. My mama used to freaking be like, be still. My grandma used to be like, he will. The moment I rap, she was like, he's ill.
Roll another one, Alaskan thunder. Fuck, you know it's Wonder One. I'm bubbling when I am on a bus. You are not one of us. Ask when I'm smoking, gas when I'm toking. Pass me the hash, I'm a master at potions. Y'all would last in the class. Let me bash on some rodents. I got packs since I packed, so don't pass me no roaches. Bubble hash with that bubba kush, make them wanna look. Temple balls with that sour diesel, leave a rapper shook. Frost blunts with the hash holes, yeah we have those. Lives of the rising, knocking vets out cold. Couldn't outsmoke me on my deathbed. Vet said cold cure got you goobers geeking like meth heads. Stab with me if you really think you smoking. Spliffs with me, you bitches know I got that potent. It's Friday, you won't get this high. If you wanna smoke again, just press rewind.
No, come on. No, again, it's a good thing. When we want to hear more of it, again, it is a wonderful thing. It means you're doing a good job. You got us through what you did, right? You are bar centric. I always appreciate that. Again, he gets in there, straight bars, easy to follow. Still has fun, impress, and we get to be impressed with, what was done. I think the beat is dope. And the chorus was catchy as well, right? And my bro, I don't know how else to tell you this, but this would be dope on the next upcoming Friday movie if you were able to get it on the soundtrack. Push that shit, like really push hard to try to see what you would need to do to kind of see if it could be on there, because this would be kind of dope. It really depends on what he wants to do for the soundtrack. I don't know if he's gonna get what's his name to do the soundtrack, or Dre, or whoever. It depends on what he decides to do. I think there's a few different elements, right? I'd love to hear that on the soundtrack. I'd also be interested in what I just said, Dre doing the soundtrack. Kendrick, I think he did a good job with the Black Panther soundtrack, but there'd also be something, think about him doing a Friday. He could bring an extra flavor kind of to it, I think. But you being one of those records, make it happen, man. Make it happen. Let's go ahead and pull up this right here. What up, 301? Said cap. Cap on what? Don't say cap. Have your opinion, but that's my opinion. I can stand on exactly what I think and feel, and I feel like that would be on the. It's literally called Friday, man. The name of the song, he was within the chorus. We weren't able to hear the whole thing, but just based off of what I heard, I definitely feel like it'd be something decent. I'm imagining scenes from the movie while the song is playing, potentially as trailer or one of the potential music videos that is just in there. It kind of just had a reminiscence of the America's Most Wanted record to a certain extent, man. Completely different, yes, but there are elements in there that reminded me of it. But as I said, have an opinion. Let me see what we have. Oh yeah, I remembered. Bass, you said you wanted me to replace yours. Let me see. I'm just gonna have to. Okay, dump last request or whatnot. Okay, so it's this one. Let me see what it is. Again, you have 1 minute on the clock. We're in 1 minute mode right now to try to get you guys in faster. And if you do still want the full song played, sending a skip is your best if it's today. But if we review the song pretty well, send it back on our full episode. Try to get it in, a little bit earlier.
How many more times do they want to see me go back to the start? I've been down memory lane, the avenues in the states up north. I was trapped like a star. Never really did it for the cash or the fame. Just wanted a chance to be leaving a mark. It's hard when nobody reps for the northeast and around here. I get left in the dark. I'm just wishing time it would slow down. On the same piece of ground in your hometown. Never heard the sound of the starting gun. In 10 years I passed, don't know where to go.
It's Robert's story.
Above to the B-side, lyrics on the villas ever since I was knee-high.
Tennessee's grime
like a beehive. You get cut back up like a 3-5. I'm living in a valley of the gas trees. Wear a valley or a mask like Cass if you bash Jason. Get cash shots tax-free and stay sharp like a Mac 3. Made tracks on a cracked version of Logic on an old MacBook, so that's free. Still I put everything that I had inside so no gets past me. I come through and they know I'm authentic. I spit like the rent's due now when I spent it. I feel like I've been on the do, I'm demented. And everything I see is pure true and I meant it. You haven't got a clue where the rest live. They wouldn't know what to do in the trenches. How did I need to queue for the guests?
What game is that?
Do what the rest did. Still pray for the ones that are gone.
If it's a game.
In a bar and a song. I felt pain in me heart, I was strong.
That was only 1 minute and a long. What did you guys think about that? 1 in 10, any and all feedback is welcome. Once again, that was Robert's story. It was the Fantasies Grime Machina remix. And honestly, man, I haven't even heard the original, so I can't compare and contrast to really see how different certain things is, and I'm assuming that it's mainly like the production that sort of takes it at a different level. I like the production though, right? It reminds me of a certain video game. Like I feel like it legit comes from a game of that kind of 80s, that Super Nintendo 90s, you know what I'm saying, really, but that Super Nintendo era, right, for sure. And there's a level of quality within there, especially with the production. The song itself, you know, him getting in there and rapping was on point, energy, like you'd expect nothing less when it comes to especially that UK rap. Whether you guys are a fan of it or not, like I've always liked a lot of UK artists and like to see what they've been able to bring to the table, and they've had a consistent appreciation for hip hop, for that 90s boom bap flair or whatnot. So we always respect those who still want to embrace certain elements of the culture at times. But yeah, I think this one is more of a kind of production kind of thing. And then what do you say? And it sounds like a Patty. Tim, if he was a rapper and something like that, that would be interesting. And would you say we can be in the Q&A? Listen, that's why we're trying to. So we're in 1 minute mode so that we can try to go a little bit faster or whatnot. Usually we try to play the full song unless it's ass sauce with cheese, in which we would press. Do I have the? See, I don't even have this stupid thing open, man. Listen, I need a button right here that I can press. That is the Dorky Don't Play That. At least when we just have the sound. But hold on. Pull up. I mean, we usually have a button where we'll cut it early, and you'll know. And usually people are like, "Nah, fam, what the heck? Hey, yo!" and all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, and this one is Spotify. Again, we're still checking that minute.
1 minute mode has been activated as requested, Mr. Dorky, sir.
Why, thank you.
Rudy JM with 3 a.m.
It's 3 in the morning, texting late, and it's 5 in the morning, you're on the line. See you in the morning, when the morning comes. Calling back, and it's 3 in the morning, texting late, and it's 5 in the morning. I need more of you than anyone else, anyone else, You're so interested in you, and I don't know the sin. You like our Tennessee.
I'm gonna fix that.
That come your way.
At 1 minute, 11 times you can freaking open the door, and I probably would run in it and then go back out. Now, what did you guys think about that? 1 to 10, any feedback is welcome. I liked what I was hearing initially. Feels like something that would be out there. Obviously it is because it's on Spotify, but I mean, it feels like something that would be a part of records that we hear from, major artists and stuff like that. I would have probably fixed some of the tones in that section. We do like some imperfection here and there, but I feel like for the most part, you have a good mix and everything across the board, but I would have fixed any tones that are off key. When it comes to the record, that is your opportunity to be as professional as possible and not really have anything for people to complain about, all of those things can dock you points on a talent show, right? When you think about The Voice and American Idol and those things like that, when they are really trying to decide whether or not they want to go with a specific artist and turn around that cheer and everything, they got to feel what the artist is giving when it comes to the vocals, but also they got to not mess up the lack of certain things. If they're not able to hit certain tones, then it feels like they're straining. It does become a part of the why somebody else would win the round over you if you messed up that kind of one thing. Let's say again, you and another artist were competing against each other, and both of you guys had songs in the similar genre, right? Both were good, but yours was the only one where it had, an element where some of the parts might have been a little bit off key. So that would initially make you lose the round, off rip, but we would still be able to see the decency in the record itself. You guys give your thoughts. You can agree, disagree, agree to agree about disagreeing, or if you disagree that we shouldn't agree about making sure that we disagreed about the situation, man. Like whichever thing that y'all want to do, make it happen. I don't have none of my cutaways, and this makes me feel stupid. Let's see what we got next. Trying to go as fast as I can. Right, we should be good. For AR, what do you say? Not finished yet. I want your opinion on it today. I feel my hook is fine, but my verse needs work, like more energy. What do you think? You said I wrote it, but it started off. Wait, I wrote it, but it started off as a freestyle. Let's see. I freaking wrote it, but it started off freaking as a freestyle when there's lots of secret times where people fought and cough and y'all don't even know like if y'all freaking ever winning shit or are y'all lost, and I don't even know like if y'all are the boss or in the corner. Y'all can win a lot of freaking shit that I don't know why. I'm about to freaking tell y'all that I'm about to tell y'all that people need to get the
I hate that they counted me out, waiting for me to go fall down. Like that London bitch, but we all out. Here finna get it and we all down. Bound family turning a snake on me. Bit the hand and feet on the way, homie. Didn't I believe in the train? Dealing with the same on my name. Had to double tap, I guess I had to bring you back. Love the way you move and arch your back. I won't get too attached. Monkey business, but they got curious and God sent it back. I don't got no problems with no one, and that's just a fact.
That was 1 minute. We didn't get to hear the full verse.
They counted me out.
All right. So here's the thing, right? I feel like, hold on. I feel like, for the most part, all your chorus needs is that perfect delay and a reverb combination, right? In some of the best auto-tune centric melodic records, feel like they've always been accompanied with that like that atmospheric kind of delay reverb and the quality that meets right in that right spot, and it just is that much more amazing when you get to hear it, right? I do agree that your vocals are hella low when it comes to the verse, and we didn't get to hear too much of it, but as soon as it came in, I was like, wait, why is it so low? And I wanted to turn it up more, which I can't do because I do not have the session. So, but I feel like there definitely is some potential there. So keep working on that. And I gave you guys a bit of good advice. If you ever want to, at the very least, right, until you guys start working with other engineers, going to studios and getting other people to mix and master what you have. And it's always good to get somebody else to do it in most occasions because they have a different ear. They know what they can't understand because you might have not said it clear enough, right? In most occasions, you have a good one, they're going to push you to be much better and doper, maybe even have more energy and stuff like that. But when you're working on it yourself, always compare and contrast with your favorite artists. Anybody in the industry who this record is professional. Like, if you truly think about it, every artist that you like out there within that industry blanket, more or less, you can play on a playlist completely back to back and not ever touch the volume knob. Test it. Literally, tell me I'm wrong. Go and test it when you get off the stream. Make a playlist of at least 20 to 50 records and then just put it on shuffle. You should literally not have to touch the volume knob at all. Like, you're gonna find a record that you like, and then you're gonna immediately crank it up to that volume that you love, right? That you want to enjoy it. The only time you should ever need to turn down the record is if you have a phone call that you got to make, or you want to have a conversation, and so the song is not the focus. But test it. Test your songs out right next to other artists that you would want people to listen to you right next to, because that's what you're gonna want to know. You need to know what we are going to hear if suddenly you're next to Jay-Z or Busta Rhymes or Cole or Kendrick or something like that. And I think it's always gonna be importante. Bryce, we've got you. We aren't really able to show the video at the moment because we're in 1 minute mode, so I do apologize about that, but flexed up. There's a little time for like people in the chat and they wondering if they next up.
Digits flexed up, I needed time to rest up. Rappers who dropping that weak shit, bitch, you know you don't messed up. I wouldn't test luck, MCs better not step up. I send a bar and you best duck. Out here thinking you next up, please, yes I'm back. Supplying these raps, spitting them all fast. Oh my flow is cash. Kitchen flow is trash, your girlfriend don't hit you back. She in my dorm on Snap Map, stupid nigga do the math. Hey, you don't wanna get in my drawers, pull pants down, then I get new jars. The G-code on the hump, spit my bars. Down, right, left square, X pause. Sick of these niggas they getting pissed off. Talk hard shit and I'm telling my mom. My whole squad standing, your whole crew falls. Fuck that shit, man, hold the applause. I leave you in bandages, scratch that, I leave you mad as shit. If you're thinking you can handle this, you must be off of the cannabis. Ass whoopings, I got cans of this. I put you out on some candle shit. Acting a fool, whose man's is this? No, you can't handle this.
There's no way that I don't know what the heck I'm about to do, but there's lots of time where I really want to write your check. I can't do all that. Then there's another time where people are speaking like call you and then randomly you'll call back. Stop it. I like I don't even know what to say. I like the energy that you have, the personality that comes out. It's fun, makes me want to hear more from you, most definitely, not only on this song, but outside of this record as well. And I feel like this is definitely something that if you have the right visuals to, people can, hold on, let me go over here. If you have the right visuals to this, people will, want to remix it and be a part of it or whatnot. But so I definitely want to hear the full song. I'll just recommend try to resend it tomorrow and send it early, like as soon as you see me live. Bam. And then good luck as well within the cuts or whatnot. All right, we're gonna go ahead and continue in the line as well. Come on, man, we are almost there. You son of a majestic. Nope, that was not a thing. So that gives us a thing. Let me see what this is. Oh, I get it. I get it now. All right, let me see what this is. Michael. Was this the thing you said you didn't think it was rappable? You don't think that is rappable? I don't know if I really want to be able to say that. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Okay, let me try again. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. A lot of freaky times you really gotta change it. You don't even really know if you really like gotta take shits, and people also don't even know if I like would pick something up because I wanna like put it down. I'ma break it, and everybody knows that there is a way you can make hits, and I don't even know what to freaking do, but I wanted to like go hop in the lake quick cause it's hot, and I don't even know if I'm gonna sit in the spot when people don't even know if they would've freaking not listened to Biggie and then Tupac when they don't even know what the hell doing freaking right now, but they rapping often. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this beat in a coffin. People also like know if they got weed and they got the smoke and they know that they're gonna be coughing, and y'all in the whole freaking shit. And I know I wouldn't be able to say I would have made this song with Hobson and Ludacris and all kinds of freaking artists, and people be like, oh, I'm the guy that is say I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but people are saying that the time's up. It is, but I'ma keep going because I like the beat kinda, and I'm like gonna keep flowing. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I know you got the cheap dough and you can't even like keep close. It also is one of those things, so you don't know if you just go into the whole thing. Like back in the days, I would play a lot of video games, like even freaking Shenmue, whatever. I don't know how to freaking say it. There's a lot of beats you want to turn down. I don't even really know by your style, but there's a lot of y'all who know that they got their fucking bunch of vocals, and somehow I still kept it. A lot of people in life that you slept with, I don't know what the heck is happening, but people are like, Dorky, you are the legend. Thank you. I gotta get it. A lot of times I used to be like, I don't know if I would have had been from Rough Riders or No Limit or something. I don't even like know no more. All of the time when I'm watching like every movie that Marvel made, I'm like, okay, dog, like if you throw a Thor in with a Deadpool, that's kind of funny. There's another time where I just like want to get the thing in freaking life because I like the money, and I know that you go about because you like the honey. You don't know what the heck you about to do, and people also know that like right about now I do need a popsicle because it is hot and you don't know what the hell is happening. You're like, how the fuck you even still freaking rapping when you way over the time? Listen, dog, not bad. Challenge accepted, say. I feel like it is indeed rappable. There are some parts that might feel a little bit more low quality and can be, stepped up sometimes with a certain filter, maybe a little bit of reverb or something like that. It's nothing too crazy. I like what you have so far. It's a good low end when it does come to the drums, and Keep it up, keep it on up or whatnot, man. I had to call an audible with that one. We'll let this one roll us out. This will be the
Turn out the lights again. Turn out the lights again. I wanna see red flag.
We'll let this one be the last one.
I wanna see red flag. Can you turn out the lights again? Hey, turn out the lights again. Cause I wanna see red flag. Hey, turn out the lights again. Turn out the lights again. Turn out the lights, let the stars speak.
What up, DGM?
Feel like Nike, I'm still on my feet. Superstar might be from different galaxies. Tell me your problems, ain't worried about it. I help you about it, ain't judging everybody. What they do the same, I don't know how they got it. They pulling red flags out they pocket. I see you, tell me can you see me?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to get one in before we head out.
Walk about fake on ball like LSU. I'm talking immediately, no cowboy chat, just give me my loot. I see it, you can come get on. Tell them get your shit.
I put the information in there. Quality is kind of crazy. Quality is freaking kind of crazy. I don't even really know what the hell I'm gonna freaking do, but you know what? There's a lot of freaking time where I'm gonna say things. I would have echoed that. Why is the quality like that? I like your energy. I feel like certain people will most likely be like, they want less auto-tune, stuff like that. And, just to really see you rock out with stuff. I think it lacks the quality and the proper effects that would really be soothing with this type of record, right? Echoes in the right places. Again, I'm always going to say, if you have that perfect reverb and delay with any melodic or auto-tune record, it brings it to life with the right atmosphere. This though, it feels like you might have saved it by accident in a lower quality, like 128 or something like that. It feels like I'm listening to it on an AM radio. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It's not gonna have the full quality, but you'll be able to hear some there. But also, it feels like you're a little bit too close to the mic to a certain extent. So just always give that full and right comparison. If the full and right comparison, there's a lot of times where people don't freaking know if they are gonna be embarrassing. You have sent a skip, so we'll go ahead and load that up. And again, I need to have, I gotta replace some of these with that. Maybe I can do that. But abracadabra. It's juice style. Oh, this is the beat, huh? This is the beat and stuff I don't even know what to do, but there's a lot of time when I'm sitting down, I don't even know if I am cool, but these people know that if I eat too much, man, you know what, man, I threw up. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but you know what, I'm gonna go get a whole tuba. Some shit, not a whole tuba. You could freaking be like, dog, I'm about to go watch Luca with the two of my freaking kids. Even though I got 3, but I know that there's a lot of times where half of y'all watch me. I'm in this shit. Don't know where the heck I'm got to go, but there's a lot of times where I make something to eat, don't finish it. Papa always asking where the hell did the spinach went? Also, I know what the line of scrimmage is, but also don't, cause you watch sports and all of y'all know that like I am, but like you are dorks too. Everybody got that side to them. Shout out to Ghost Rider and Leon Kennedy when they both riding in to places. Whatever you take this as, it's cool freaking every day. I'ma make you laugh. Take the cash. I'm like, what happened to the drum? There's like no drums at all. This could have been on The Last of Us, man. Give or take. I'ma freaking say something in the chat. There's a lot of y'all who have been there when you either want to sing or you freaking want to rap. I can get you the lesson, no. There's lots of times where like I can tell you like the answer's probably like yes and no, and I don't know why, but like let's just go. I can explain it all of the times, but like if you outside and it is raining, go back inside and I give you all of the training. I don't know where my brain is, but I'm acting like I am not even rapping about what I just said, and y'all like, man, this dude's insane, and I gotta take it. You gotta do it. I gotta make it. Your mom getting naked. I'm gonna tell you that I don't know, like why the heck I would shake this. The Steam Deck doesn't need to be shaking. Why the hell am I moving it? I'm proving that you could like make sure that there's ways you can improve your raps. People always be like, how are you smooth with that? I just try to think about the things that I can say and then think about all of the things that I am. Ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what you actually said while I'm over here. How do you get into starting to make music just like as a singer? All right, I'm not gonna rap it, but I'll keep that question on my mind. The drums are low. Life is crazy because it comes and goes. If you're trying to rap, then it comes with flows. If you're dope though. What if you ain't, then don't go. People like, oh no. All I want to do is break and get on this beat and hop up and down on this freaking shit like a yo-yo. Shout out to the freaking artists that was from the 80s. They was called the Go-Go's. Would you be able to say that I hope that my freaking stream was freaking dope, but it, I don't know, it won't froze and gotta get it though, got that matter of fact, I don't even know I'm not terrific though. There's a lot of times where you got a freaking cool ass freaking beat, so I'm gonna lift the flow, freaking you know what, I don't know what the hell I'm about to freaking say, but I'm terrific bro, and you know what, I'ma eat the freaking beat like it is freaking at a picnic. So how you gotta let us know how you do the production, right? Everybody's different. We'll talk about a few things, right? Hold on. Let me see where this is at. All right, so as we know, there are many different types of ways to produce a beat, right? There are those who like to do it from, you know, scratch with a piano and keyboard and sort of like, you know, take the sounds and like play them themselves. There are those who will use sort of like ready-made elements and mix and match and put them together with certain things. So they didn't necessarily think of the drum patterns or the melodies or certain things, you know, but they did put them together to an extent. What I always say is whatever way you guys come up with production, you always want to put your stamp on it, right? So do try to have the ideas for the melodies, what you want to do with an actual drum pattern, adding more if possible. The drums on this do need to come out way more. It's more of a subtle kind of thing. And like when the drums are more subtle like that, it almost says that you don't necessarily look at it as something for a song. Like, I think these are always better for sync license kind of situations. For people who don't know what that means, it's simple. Sync licensing is just when you license your song or beat to be played on a movie, TV show, video game, commercials, stuff like that. And so when you make songs, imagine where you would hear them. As a matter of fact, you know, the lesson for the day is when you just go throughout your daily life, right? Pay close attention to the music that you hear on any TV show, movie, you know, video game. Pay attention to that kind of stuff, right? And then ask yourself if you have anything or can make anything that would be good for that same kind of soundtrack. Because when you notice what different elements are there, it gives you more ideas, right? Because some things are an actual song with a voice and an artist, and you know they're saying something, and they pick the perfect scene to add the song to because the words actually resonate, right? It's like a song talking about being on fire or something like that, and then the scene, like the house is catching on fire, you know what I mean? And they like to have fun with that. And then other times it's an orchestra. It's like them using violins and certain elements to make the suspense hit a little bit harder or whatnot. And you guys know with the right horror films, you play something right. I can't remember which one I was watching recently, but I know that like the beginning of it was just it was just all, I think, like violin and like dark tones, and it was just like consistently playing. Was it Silent Hill or something? I have no idea, but it was very haunting. And you can't just add anything to certain games when you're trying to get a certain environment, right? So it makes sense within that. I think there were certain parts on there where I said The Last of Us would have been something decent to a certain extent. I think there's elements with that, you know, acoustic guitar. If you've played the game, the guitar is a big part of the game, right? At some point you get to just sit down and have a little bit of a break. It's in the corner and you use the controller to try to, you know, strum it and make up your own little thing or whatever. But yeah, so there's some within there. Okay, but like I said, the reason why the drums aren't too crazy in certain records when it comes to sync lights, because they don't want it to take over the scene itself. It may be something that, like, as the characters mourning the death of their wife and driving past the old neighborhood or something like that, or maybe they're looking over a zombie apocalypse, you know, kind of morbid landscape, and just driving across country, trying to get to a hopefully better environment where they got more food or something, you know what I mean? And again, you put the right songs in the right places, it is decent, right? But if you're getting an artist on it, they are gonna want that, I think, that low end to hit a little bit harder. Am I right, kids? I told you. Hold on. What happened to the thing? Did I suddenly... Oh, it's up here. Appreciate that. You said hi-hats, fill it. And you said I use a drum beat, keyed it, and acoustic guitar, the lead. That's what's up. I'll say this as well. If you can actually play instruments, it's a benefit. Any beats that you make, it would benefit you if you always try to make some kind of video, kind of documenting that process and then editing it, properly. Just look at some of the ones that are out there, see how different people do it. Because some people, they just kind of look at the camera, nod their head, and they just play the finished beat, and they'll say like, spit your hottest 16 and stuff like that, right? And those are still good too. And then there are the ones where we get to see a little bit of it being made from scratch, being put together over time, over the course of, a minute, 5 minutes, whatever you're doing for the actual post. But that making of, I think, will always be important for the fabric of just people wanting to know how impressed that they should be. And I think with everything, especially when it's with creation, when we can see it come out of nowhere, you know what I mean? I've literally watched painters, blank canvas, go in and they just start drawing random shapes, and at a certain point you start realizing, oh crap, that's actually a whole face, and it's Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something, and you don't know what they're doing until it starts to take form, and you're almost amazed at just the thought process behind that creation. We've been the same way with like music as well. Not everybody can play certain instruments and have all the right ideas. Some people can do things melodically, but they don't think about harmonization and layering and stuff like that. Everybody is at a different level, but it's a little bit freaking fun to see, and all of y'all don't want to give a gun to me, and sometimes I want to be able to freaking say, like, if you freaking make something freaking dope, man, I want the beat, and all of y'all know that all right, man. I think we should, or we're heading out right about now, and we will make sure to try to come back on tomorrow's episode. Make sure you guys give us follow, subscribe, tell people about us and stuff, man, as always. And yeah, have a good night as well. I appreciate that. I think that's it. Was there anything else I wanted to chill out there? No, I'm good. I always keep forgetting, like, wait, how did I go live again? I'm on my phone. All right. Appreciate you guys, and until the next episode or whatnot. If you accidentally see me live in a little, I'm still trying to test out other like viewpoints and situations or whatnot. I was trying something else and it was on the fritz, so I ended up going with this. But I have other elements that would allow me to have overlays on the stream. At least I want that. I feel naked without it, so I'm gonna try to get that back in the cuss. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Let me see. Peace out.